Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Toon review for today's Matchday Live. My name's Paul. It is Arsenal, Newcastle United. It is a huge game today at the Emirates. Very, very pleased you could join me to watch the game together and hopefully see Newcastle United move up to second in the table. There is a change up front for Newcastle United. I'm not sure where Billy is, by the way. I think he may have fallen asleep on his couch, and I am awaiting Billy's arrival, so I presume he will be with us in due course. But at the moment, it's just myself. Let's have a look at the two teams, shall we? Newcastle United go with Nick Pope, Botman, Cher, Tonali, Wilson, Gordon, Barnes, Livramento, Murphy, Byrne, and Bruno. On the bench, two goalkeepers in Dubravka and Ruddy. Then we have Lascelles, Kraft, Asula, Willock, Longstaff, Miley, and Neve. So, no Alexander Isak, ladies and gentlemen. He is out injured today. Listen, we've got to be honest here and say that we thought that Isak has been carrying an injury now for quite some time. Hasn't looked himself, hasn't looked like he can really get up to full speed. But this is a game where really we kind of need him. Callum Wilson's coming in, and I've seen a lot of people already online saying, why isn't he giving Asula a chance? It's plain and simple that Asula isn't ready for the Premier League, according to Eddie, yet. Certainly to start in a game of this magnitude. One thing about Callum is he has experience of the big games. This is his opportunity to say, right, I'm fit again. I'm going to, whether it's his last couple of games for Newcastle, but I'm going to fire them into the Champions League. We've said many times, thank you to Callum Wilson. The time is now to maybe move on, see you later kind of thing. And thank you for all you've done. But, it's not over yet for Callum. His story with Newcastle United can finish on a glorious note, especially if he bags a couple today and we get the 3 points. Arsenal, they line up with Rhea, White, Saliba, Kiwior, Lewis Skelly, Partey, Rice, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, and Trossard. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I look at that Arsenal team there. They've been a little bit shaky of late. Let's be honest. They really have been quite shaky. So I really do think we can go and get the 3 points today, but it all depends how we play up front. We simply cannot give Arsenal the ball and say to Arsenal, right, you come on to us, guys, we'll defend, because it doesn't work like that. I think the formation we play today with a 5 at the back again really, really works for us. And it gives us a bit more, I don't know, we seem to have a little bit more freedom on the pitch. Certainly, if you remember last weekend, the likes of Harvey Barnes, he was coming into midfield. He was managing to pick the ball up, certainly in the first half, and turn and run into space. Now, that could be the same for Gordon. We have opportunities here to go and win the game. I really genuinely believe that, guys. This is an opportunity to go second in the Premier League. It's a massive game because Arsenal will want one over us. We all know that because of what's happened in recent seasons. But this could be the quadruple over Arsenal. And anybody that sort of watched us at the start of the season, if we were to say, hey, we'll get 4 wins over Arsenal, 2 at home and 2 away, you'd have laughed in the faces. Not anymore. Not anymore. This is a genuine opportunity to pounce here. And I think we have the players to win the game. People might disagree with this, but listen, you've got to be confident. And I know Isak hasn't played well the last few weeks, so have we really been carrying Isak apart from the penalties and things like that the last 3 or 4 games? Yes, I think we have, because he clearly hasn't looked fit. And now it's crunch time. He doesn't play today, and we go with Wilson. Am I confident about Callum Wilson starting? Absolutely not. But at the same time, it's his opportunity, isn't it? Scott Penrose, a member for 13 months, says, I'm absolutely terrified. Thanks for everything you do, Paul. Thank you, mate. Phil, member for 3 months, says Wilson is a natural finisher. He's not the future, but Isak has been so muted recently. Time for Wilson to pay back Howe's faith in him. That's fair enough. One thing Callum will give us that certainly Isak hasn't the last few weeks is that killer instinct in, where to run when crosses come in. Because if you remember, Callum is very good at running across the defenders and getting headers in, getting his foot onto things. That is what Callum Wilson has thrived on in the past. So if we can get deliveries into the box, he will be there or thereabouts. And he knows the positions to take up. Isak is a very, very different striker to Callum Wilson. We all know that. Wilson is a lot more physical. And he certainly likes a game against Arsenal. He's proved that many times in the past. So let's not... We've got to give Callum our support. He's starting the game. And anybody that pulls on that black and white shirt and starts the game for Newcastle United, we have to give the full backing to. And let's just hope that he's on the end of something today and he carries himself with pride and a bit of honour and goes and gets us a couple of goals. Because no one will be happier more than me. Yes, we said his body's shutting down. It's time to go, Callum. But what a way to finish his career at Newcastle if he can do something today. No doubt. No doubt. Skull Crusher says Arsenal are going to be up for this. Knowing Isak not playing, he's always been a danger to them. Should have started Asula instead of Wilson. Well, like I say, he's not going to. He just will not do that because Asula... is Asula ready to start against Arsenal? I don't know. Rocket says, nice to see Botman at the back. Slightly gives me confidence without Isak. Kim says Asula will get on at some point. Wilson won't last 90. Yes, I agree with that. Unless, of course, he brings somebody else on and sticks Anthony Gordon in the striker's position. I wouldn't put it past him to do that. Bring Lewis Miley on or someone like that for Wilson and put Gordon up front. The bench isn't that strong for us today, let's be fair, guys. I mean, Willock's back on the bench, but Willock's been very poor. Hasn't really set the world on fire. Not many people on that bench give me a little bit of inspiration that we got game changers there. So it's the starting 11 for me that need to get this game won. And then if we can get the game won, get a couple of subs on in the second half. Jack says this feels more like a swan song for Wilson. His last big game start for the Toon. Brilliant service for him despite the injuries. He isn't a bad player. He's a natural goal scorer. Kenzie said Wilson's making me twitchy. Yeah. Wilson lost his killer instinct. We've all been critical of him, but we're now relying on him. Exactly. And what a chance for Callum to prove us all wrong and say, hey, I've still got my killer instinct here. That's not something that has left me. I still well and truly have this killer instinct. He may not have the pace he used to have, but he's a natural finisher. And that's what we want to see from Callum Wilson out there today. We want to see that natural finisher bag a couple of goals. Chipper says, found out yesterday I'm going to be an uncle. My brother and his girlfriend are pregnant. Congratulations, mate. Great news. Absolutely brilliant. Connor says, I'm going to say 2-0 with Barnes and Gordon for me. What I want to see from Gordon today is a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit more of the clinical side of things. When he's getting in positions to shoot and not miss the net. We've all said for a long time now that we feel like Harvey Barnes is the natural finisher. We want to see that from Anthony Gordon. And I want to see that from him today. Get in some goal scoring opportunities, pull the trigger. But that goes to all the team. We remember Livramento last week. He got into a wonderful position to hit it, and he backed out of it for some reason. He did all the hard work and made a real good open opportunity to score, and he didn't. He didn't take it. I'm not sure why, but that's the confidence I want to see from the lads today, taking that little bit further and expressing themselves with a few goals. Now, obviously, there's been some other Premier League games going on today. Everton beat Southampton in the final game at Goodison Park. They won that by 2-0. West Ham 1, Nottingham Forest 2 is a later score. Brentford 2, Fulham 1, and Leicester 1, Ipswich 0. Jamie Vardy. Well, I mean, that was written in the stars, wasn't it? That Jamie Vardy was going to score in his final home game for Leicester City. But there you have it. So Nottingham Forest are desperately trying, desperately keeping going. That'll take them to 7th. Only a point, level on points with Manchester City and a point behind Newcastle, Chelsea, Aston Villa and Man City. So it's all to play for still. And it's still very close. It's still very tight. This is going to be a huge game today, guys. Absolutely huge. But as usual, I will be watching this on my provider, not Sky. So if you do go to kick off the game before me, if you want to be in sync with me and watch the game together, please press pause just before you kick off. I'll tell you when we're underway on my stream, and then we can all be in sync for the rest of the afternoon. Of course, you don't have to do that. But if you want to be in sync with me, then please do. But no spoilers in the chat, please, guys. As usual, the mods will simply remove you if you keep on putting spoilers in. It's basically the reason why is people watch this who can't watch the game. They like watching the show, listening to the commentary. So please don't put any spoilers in. Wait until I've commentated on it, and then we can obviously all talk about it in the chat. So thank you for understanding. Please do subscribe if you're new to the channel. We're now fighting our way to 39,000. Welcome to all our new subscribers as well. It's free to do so, but don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload or a live show. Give it a like if you enjoy the commentary. And of course, you can become a member of the Toon Review by hitting the join button just underneath myself. Great prizes for all our members. We do regular prize draws, etc. So get yourself in there and support the channel. Super chats, of course, that's the $ in the live chat. That will guarantee your comment to be read out on the show. And please do check our website out as well. If you want some Toon Review merchandise, it is at thetoonreview.com. That's thetoonreview.com. Get yourself something nice off there. Or get a family member something nice to support the channel that way. And of course, finally, a massive thank you to our channel sponsor, Mamaroo Records. Based in Whitley Bay for all your music needs, whether it be vinyl, CDs, merchandise, do a bit of sport merch as well, and of course gift cards. If you can't get into Whitley Bay to see Steve, check them out online. That is pinned at the top of the description of the show, along with our website link as well. So hopefully when I finish this, we might have a couple of orders on there because they're coming in and going straight out. Our suppliers are doing a fantastic job getting out the goods very, very quickly to everyone. Steve says you summed it up, Paul. Isak loves scoring against Arsenal. It's a weak bench. This is Wilson's game of the season. This is Swan Song, his big apple pie game. If he wins it for us, it will be remembered. Oh, God, yes. I mean, he'd be a feckin' hero if he wins the game for us. 200 Leicester goals for Vardy. He's been some servant for them. Yeah, and I think it was in the stars for him to score today, to get 200 goals for Leicester City. Whatever you think of Jamie Vardy, but at the time of his age, when he got to where he did it with Leicester, to get 200 goals for them is an absolutely incredible achievement. It really is. Whatever you think of Vardy as a person, but he has been one hell of a striker. Martin says, I've got another fan today, trained my autistic daughter, who is mostly non-verbal, to say Toon. So it's going to be a good day. Love it when I teach her a new word. Nice one, Martin. Well done, matey. Folks, no spoilers in the chat. You will be timed out. That's from Ruffian Bernisian, one of our mods, already putting the foot down. No naughtiness. I just wonder where Vardy's going to end up, actually. He still thinks he can do it in the Premier League. I just wonder where he's going to go. I mean, I'm not talking about us for any stretch of the imagination, but somewhere else. Interesting to see where he ends up. Tell Billy it's called an alarm clock. I don't know where he is. I haven't heard from him either. But if I know Billy, Sunday afternoons, he normally just sort of says, I'll get 40 winks before the live show. And hey, with just as soon as I say that, ladies and gentlemen, here he is. Right, what's your excuse this time?
I was asleep, mate. I fell asleep.
I bloody knew it. About to say, one thing I know with Billy is he always likes to say, right, I'll catch 40 winks before I go on the live show if it's like late afternoon, early evening, and then he doesn't wake up.
Yes, that is exactly what happened.
Freaking knew it. Have you seen the lineup?
Yeah, I did see that before I dozed off. Yeah, I did, yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, what do you reckon? Wilson,
well, I did say on Thursday that Isak may not play. Yeah. I did say that. And he didn't. I think they saved him for next week, where we probably need goals more than what we do today. I think there may well be a friendly draw today. If I'm perfectly honest, a draw suits both sides, isn't it, really?
Yeah, but Arsenal won't want that, Billy.
No,
not after what's happened with us in Arsenal.
Well, but they've also seen Spurs go easy against Villa, and Manchester United go easy against Chelsea. So, no, I don't know.
Well, the thing is, Bill, it's still very close at the top of this league.
It is.
I mean, if Forest win it today, closes. They're only a point behind us again, and then there's a sort of a stream of teams on sort of 66. So it's kind of. I mean, I think we need to get the game won and get qualified. That'll just sort of ease everybody's nerves going into next week.
Yeah. I just don't see it though. Did you really see Callum Wilson cause any problems? I'm not sure.
Well, we've been talking about that, Billy, and I think it's his opportunity for a swan song, isn't it? It's to be a hero before he steps down, kind of thing.
Yeah, but has he really got it in him? I don't know.
Well, listen, we've been carrying Isak for the last 3 or 4 games. So one thing that you pointed out a very long time ago about Callum Wilson, Billy, is what Callum's good at is getting on the end of crosses and knowing where to be. You know, how he makes that diagonal run across the defenders. So maybe if he pops in there just to a bit of physicality.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Let's hope so, eh? But I mean, I must be honest. If I'd have known that then, what I do now, I would have predicted the win for us today. I wouldn't. I'd have predicted a draw, kind of tops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Graham Ritchie with a super chat saying, greetings from the Caymans. Good to see Botman in, and let's hope Wilson can show us what he can do. How are the lads? Emmy, member for 7 months on the channel. Thank you, Emma. I am very confident today, and we are getting to second place in the league. 3-0 to the Toon. Hi, Paul and Billy. 3-0.
Very confident. Very
Indeed.
confident.
Adam Bell with a super chat saying, Billy, can we get a Magpie massive welcome, please? Well, there you go, Billy. Over to you.
Yeah, hello everyone in the Magpie Massive and everyone out there in Viewerland. Hope everyone's great.
There you go. Edward Gaunt with a super chat saying, we need Gordon and Barnes to play aggressively and fast to have any chance. I just don't think the Arsenal lineup's that strong, Billy.
No, it's not. They've got Havertz on the bench, but no centre forward, which kind of tells me why we're playing 3 centre backs. I'm not so sure, but still, it's. I think we're going for a draw. If I'm perfectly honest,
I think we look better with 5 than 4, Billy. I think the 4-3-3 has gone a bit stale. I generally think that, and that's why we looked so good against Chelsea, because I think this kind of formation suits us.
Yeah, it does. If there was a centre forward playing, I'd agree. But there's going to be 2 people doing nothing, is there? No, there's literally 3 people doing things, no to mark.
Well, possibly, yes. I mean, Arsenal. I expect Arsenal to come at us early, Bill, but it's our job really to shut the crowd up, isn't it? Because they will turn on the players and Arteta if it doesn't go their way today.
Well, it does, yeah. If we can get an early goal, God, of course, yeah, that will definitely turn. But I mean, I must be honest, the negativity that I was showing weeks ago is kind of returning for me now. I've got to say, without Isak, yeah.
We should have got Billy out of bed an hour ago, guys. Just to shrug off those negative feelings that he's carrying right now. I mean, where do you think the game will be won, though? If we are to win it, Billy, where do you think the game will be won today?
Down the flanks, yeah. Gordon and Murphy and perhaps Barnes as well. Mm-hmm. You know, down the flanks.
Yeah.
And finishing whatever chances we've got. I don't think we can afford to miss chances galore today. I think we've got to be clinical in our finishing. I want to see Tonali, Bruno be strong as well. But let's not forget last year we went there with a similar kind of outlook and got absolutely battered. But I don't think Arsenal are that kind of level at the moment.
Yeah, I think we're a different team as well, Billy.
Yeah.
John says, I can't see us winning without Isak, honestly. Well, yeah, but Isak hasn't played well for the last few games. He scored a couple of penalties, but apart from that, I mean, look, Billy, there's a lot of people in the chat said, why isn't he putting Asula in? He clearly doesn't feel that Asula's ready to start a Premier League game.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And we've seen that with the substitutions he makes. Personally, I don't see the point in playing Wilson first. I would have played Asula. The unknown and the physicality and the pace. I would have played Asula personally. Eddie Howe knows more than I do. There we go.
But I said earlier on, Billy, before you joined us, I just said that even if he brings Wilson off, because we don't think Wilson's got 90 minutes in him, there's no guarantee he'd bring on Asula anyway, because he'd probably bring somebody else on and stick Gordon up front.
Well, it depends on what the score is, I guess.
Yeah, obviously score dependent, yeah. Gary Clark with a super chat saying both Forest and West Ham are playing like a farce at the end of this game. I don't know what he means by that, but are Forest still winning that game? They were 2-1 up.
They're 13 minutes into 11 minutes of overtime.
11?
Yeah, there's been 13 minutes already. And it's kicking off in a minute. There's fights galore going on, so.
Yeah. Mango Warrior with a super chat. Thank you very much. Arsenal look more attacking than defending. They are very shaky, and we tend to rattle them. Wouldn't be surprised if they get a red. They'll get caught out and definitely see us winning 2-1. Well, that's what I've gone for. I think you went 2-1 and all, Billy, didn't you?
Yeah, I did indeed, yeah.
I think Stato went for the big 3-0. I'm not sure how confident I am of that, but hey, I mean, if we can win 3-0 today, it'd be astounding, absolutely astounding. I think we said something about dancing around with naked or something, didn't we, Billy? If we won 3-0,
listen, if we win 3-0 today, I'm confident we're not going to win 3-0 today. So yeah, exactly.
John says there was a ridiculous 8-minute VAR check in the game at Forest and West Ham. Total joke. I mean, Billy, VAR, I mean, we're going to have a quick word on that before kickoff. The Man City Crystal Palace game yesterday. Congratulations to Crystal Palace, taking nothing away. You guys, it's been a season of real upsets in cups and real triumphs. Us winning the Carabao, you winning your first ever major trophy. But how on earth was Dean Henderson not sent off, Billy? How have VAR looked at that and not said that's a handball? It doesn't matter where the keeper's feet are. His hands were clearly outside the area. He bats it away from Haaland. How is that not a red card?
Well, we saw Nick Pope sent off against Liverpool a couple of seasons ago for handling outside the area. Mm-hmm. Less of a goal-scoring opportunity than that was. I don't get it. Yeah. I don't get it. Honestly don't get it.
Yeah, makes
no sense to me whatsoever. It's a blatant red card.
People are saying, well, you know, there was defenders back and there was this. It doesn't matter.
No.
It's an automatic red card, isn't it? Haaland would have gone round him because Haaland would have touched it round him and scored, I think. So it was a clear goal scoring opportunity.
But it's just very, very. I mean, the referee probably couldn't see it, obviously, because of where it was. But
Wade Rudy's gone nuts. He says, wait. I mean, I agree with him. What's the point of VAR? What is the point? It does more harm than good, certainly this season. It seems to get worse, not better. And they're just making a complete fool of it. Brett Miller's gifted a Toon Review membership. Thank you, Brett. As has Trolls. Thank you very much, Trolls, for gifting another membership. Trolls does like to dish out the membership. So thank you very much, Trolls. Keep subscribing, by the way, guys. Bottom right-hand corner, just click on the little logo at the corner. Hit subscribe. As we now have a target of 39,000.
Yeah, Forest have won 2-1.
There you go. Well, Billy, I'm watching it on our usual provider today. What are you going to do?
I'm going to pause it and go along with you, I guess.
Okay. I guess. It's just kind of make it. He's not fully awake yet, guys, is he? And as it says, I'm donning my NUFC shirt as a headscarf like a Saudi prince. And apart from that, I'm Starkers. It makes for better viewing. Well, maybe for yourself it does. Lads are in the tunnel. Trossard looks like he still needs a good night's sleep. Trossard's a funny one, isn't he? He genuinely always looks like he's something out the Addams family. You know what I mean, Billy?
He's playing as a false 9 today, so...
Yeah. Well, at the minute, my coverage is on the West Ham Forest game, which is a little bit bizarre. So I don't know why that's happened, but let's come out of that one. No, still the same on that one.
Well, it's shaking hands, going along the lineup and shaking hands in a minute.
Yeah, great. I'm glad you've got the game on, Billy. I've still got Forest West Ham. Strangely enough, maybe now it's going to change. I'm still waiting. But anyway, yeah, I think I've managed to get it on now, Billy. To be honest, I'm just waiting. They're just going through the old sponsors again, Billy. Before we, before I see the players.
I mean, let's not forget, there's no Gabriel for Arsenal. So I mean,
exactly,
and Saliba.
Kiwior and Saliba, yeah. And Saliba's had a bit of a hammering lately. He hasn't been...
he ain't been great without Gabriel, that's for certain.
Yeah, there's been a lot of ifs and buts about him. But never mind. I mean, this TV company seems to have 1,000 sponsors. I wish we could have that many. Trolls has gifted another Toon Review membership. Thank you, buddy. And now I'm looking at this stupid hair advert with Haaland and his long flowing locks. There, I've got it up now, Billy.
Let's hope Haaland and shampoo have got more bottle than he has.
Oh. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Well, I've got just over 3 minutes countdown on my stream here, Billy.
Yeah.
Let's see if the other one's a little bit quicker. Oh, it's still on adverts, that one. How close are we to kick off on yours?
I can't say, but it's a minute till 4:30, so they're doing huddles and things.
Huddles and things. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's better. Huddles and things is good.
The ex-Tottenham and Derby player, Tom Huddles and things.
Tom Huddleston, yeah. He's in a bloody huddle. Da, 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 da. Let me just get me clock ready.
Martinelli and Saka are the threats for them, aren't they? They really, really are.
Yeah.
Martinelli looks up for it. He's doing his meditating to God thing in a minute.
Meditate to God?
Yeah, so this kind of...
Wow, okay.
Stuff.
That's a new one on me, meditating to God. Wow. I've just still got adverts playing at the minute, Billy, so...
Let's hope we see Callum Wilson be a bit more physical, be a bit more quick, and be alert. And let's see him do a bit of pressing. Let's see him run his heart out. This could well be his last performance for Newcastle United, let's be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to see him bag a couple of goals, Billy.
I'd love to see him get 6.
Well, yeah, I'm just not confident.
No, I can't say I'm not either.
He could prove me wrong. Well, I'll tell you what, one of my streams, Billy, I've got the teams just coming out for the bloody game.
Well, it's been delayed because the referee's wires aren't working. They've started, so I'm just going to pause it.
Okay. I'm just going
what's the Grandma Granny music called? Triple Mary keeps asking.
It's called, oh my God, Brass Bonanza.
There you go.
Brass Bonanza. That's what it's called. Right, I've got play underway here, Billy. So hit play, and we'll match up times in a second.
Okay.
I've currently got 25 seconds.
Oh well, you're well ahead of me. You're not going to get it to the level.
And Arsenal just belted the ball out of play. Right, let me get... I haven't even started the clock yet. I don't know what's happened here.
Ball is back with Dan Burn at the moment.
Yeah.
Ball's thrown back to him.
I've got Nick Pope on the ball now.
Yeah.
Just doing a little shimmy on Trossard. Oh, dear. Picked up by Saliba. Not a great clearance, that, by the way.
But then the alternative, though, let's be fair.
Yeah. Hang on a minute.
I mean, there's no press from Wilson or anything. I mean,
no, he's not looking like he wants to press, is he?
Is he even in the picture?
I don't know where he was there, Billy. To be honest, that goal kicks flew out of play.
Yeah, put me little screen, Paul.
Yeah, just 2 seconds, but I'm just getting this clock right on the screen to my thing.
See if I can do it. See if I can do it. There you go.
There we go. Right, we're all sorted now. The clock's level with me, so I've got 142, Billy.
Yeah, we're bang on. We're bang on.
Well, Raya kicks it. Straight, a little chest down by Saka to Trossard. Trossard, little back heel to Odegaard. And Dan Burn is there to cover any danger there. Saka making moves to shut down Nick Pope. Cleared away once again by His Holiness. And that's kept in by Wilson, but he's forced back by Martinelli. A good turn by Callum. Gets the ball down. Now Wilson gives chase. But he's not going to get there ahead of Kirill.
Nice calm play from Jacob Murphy there, wasn't that?
It was, but I don't think that long ball's going to work, Billy.
Absolutely not.
You know, there's no way that the long ball is going to connect with Wilson. Saka now, got Gordon all over him. Again, good step up by Cher, but it rebounds straight to Trossard. Trossard still on the ball.
Deep, isn't he? And Martinelli looks to be the one going through the middle at the moment.
Yeah, Martinelli's sort of cutting inside. Odegaard. He's got Ben White to his right, but doesn't use him. Goes back to Saliba. And now Kirill. Lewis Skelly to the left of him. Back to Saliba. And now Odegaard. Odegaard, touch inside on his left foot. Again, closed down by Sandro Tonali. Partey. However, I mean, Partey sounds a bit weird. Partey sounds even worse. Anyway.
Just call him Peter Sutcliffe.
Billy. Wow. Josh O'Hare has sent us a super chat. Thank you, Josh. I'll read it out in just a second because Arsenal on the attack here with Ben White, but the long legs of Dan Burn win it. Great tackle from Dan Burn. Absolutely fancy us today. An easy 3-0 for the lads. Title challenge next year when we recruit well in the summer. How are the effing boys? That is a very confident Josh.
What offside anyway there? So, I mean, the line should have seen that.
But he didn't. Of course he didn't. Crypto Rambo with a super chat. I just joined. What's happened with Isak? Player Sula. Wilson is so slow. Well, he's not going to play Wilson, matey, unfortunately. So, sorry, Asula. He's made that quite clear. Here's Saliba for Arsenal. Just over 4 minutes gone. Nothing of note has yet happened in the game. Saliba again. Touches it on for Odegaard, who's seen plenty of the ball in the opening 5. Good interception by Livramento. Bruno now inside. Good ball. And now Barnes. Barnes can go over the top looking for Wilson. And has Wilson got the pace to get ahead? He has. Bloody Nora. Kiwiol gives him a little shove. Wilson holds it up really, really well. Great hold-up play by Wilson there, Billy.
Yes, very good. Very good. And to get there before Kiwiol as well was a promising thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's with Dan Burn at the minute. Burn again. Left-footed ball down the line, looking for the runner, Gordon. Doesn't quite find Gordon. Cleared away. Bruno with a header, clashing a little bit with Burn. And then Livramento goes down after taking what looked like an arm by Saliba to the face there, and nothing given. Ben White letting his arms go crazy there. That looked like a foul, Billy, for me.
Of course it wasn't. Even if it wasn't, he should have been stopping the game for the head injury. I know he got straight back up, but still.
Yeah, but Rhea with a terrible kick straight to Tonali. Tonali through to Wilson. Wilson turns. Chance! Great save by Rhea, and he hooks it away again with the right arm. Newcastle should be in front there. Still on the attack. Whipped in a shot. Rhea dives again. It's high in the air. It's still scrambled around, and now Arsenal eventually get it away. Nick Pope well out his goal. Just to calm things down, goes long again. What an opportunity that was for Newcastle, Billy.
Well, it's a terrific save from Rhea, but I think Wilson should have shot. The first time when the ball came into him, I think the chance for him to shoot, he didn't. He laid it off. Even then, we nearly scored, but it's a fantastic save from Rhea. Well, double save, if you like. Yeah,
he hooked it away, but he caused all the problems with a terrible kick initially, Billy.
In the first place, he did, yeah.
Unbelievable stuff. Rhea now goes long again. Dan Burn holds off the challenge from Saka, and it rolls nicely now to Bruno. Bruno out to Barnes. Barnes on the centre circle, just knocks it back to Cher, and in turn to Botman. And Newcastle get it under possession again. Near side now for Gordon on the halfway line. Gordon to Botman. It's a good start by Newcastle, Billy.
Yes, it is. Yes, no doubt about it. I think Wilson started quite brightly. Yeah, we look quite solid defensively, and Bruno started the game. But that's a foul.
And Gordon's gone down. No foul, says the ref. Odegaard took it off him. And then Burn all over him. Partey now for Arsenal. Out to Ben White. Took his eye off the ball. And it runs out to play for a Newcastle throw. But again, a very hard tackle coming in. But we're going to see this incident again, Billy. Rhea just gives it straight to Tonali here. It's an awful kick.
Yeah, but this pass
Tonali,
yeah, go brilliant. Now, shoot.
Yeah, he should have. Knocks it back. It's a good save from Bruno. And then he hooks it away. Big opportunity that. In fact, I don't think Callum Wilson back-heeled that. It came off the Arsenal player. And Rea makes a good save and then is alert enough to bat the ball away with his right hand as Barnes tried to pounce. But opportunities there, Billy.
Yep, absolutely.
Rea has the ball again for Arsenal. And again, long ball out to the far side, looking for Lewis Skelly, who'd push right forward. But again, that just goes out to play. Rea with playing out from the back, Billy. He is susceptible to doing that quite a few times.
Yeah, it looks like he hasn't got his right boots on for the kicking thing, has he, at the moment? But
but we've seen this from him a lot of times in the past.
We have.
Anyway, we have a throw which Murphy will take down the line for Wilson. Wilson holds it up well. Still in play. Good work by Callum. Now Murphy back to Shea. And Newcastle will switch sides now. Botman across to Byrne. Byrne looking for help. Gets it from Gordon. Gordon now. Bit of a heavy touch there from Anthony Gordon, but he's lost the ball. It's out for a throw into Arsenal.
Yeah, poor first stretch there from Gordon.
Yeah. Quickly taken throw in it's in the box now with Trossard. He turns. It's come to Partey on the edge of the box. Tonali shuts him down very, very quickly. And now Kiwiol for Arsenal. Is it Kiwiol or Kiwior?
Kiwior.
I thought so. Why am I calling him Kiwiol? No idea. Anyway, it's Saliba on the ball on the halfway line for Arsenal. Near side now for Ben White. White inside. Partey back to White. Newcastle just happy to let Arsenal knock it around in that part of the pitch. Partey swings it to the left-hand side. Lewis Skelly gives chase. Murphy is there, though, and lets that run out for a throw into Newcastle. Murphy's looked quite alert the last, to start the game, Billy.
Yes, I like him in a fight with three next to him. Certainly not with the two, but three with next to him, he looks comfortable enough.
Yeah, he's not now right back, is he?
And he also gets forward to help out in attack, so...
Well, Newcastle decide that Fabian Schär should take this through in now. A little bit of shithousery games already started, Billy, with the Toon.
Yeah, a little bit of time wasting, let's say.
Yes. Schär down the line, flicked on by Bruno. Wilson again holds it up well. Then he's taken down. No foul again.
And he lost his whistle.
Wilson can't believe that wasn't a foul. He was just thrown to the ground there. And that's 3 times already, Billy, that Newcastle should have had free kicks not given.
Is that Hooper refereeing again, is it?
It is, yeah.
Oh, fucking... He's up the Arsenal Hooper, isn't he?
Of course he is. Now Odegaard on the edge of the box. Close down. There's plenty of black and white shirts in front of him. Arsenal looking for a penalty. Of course they are. Now Gordon brings it away for Newcastle. Gordon inside now for Bruno. Bruno unleashes a brilliant ball to Livramento on the left-hand side. Gordon making headway. Gordon flicks it back for Livramento, and it's straight at the goalkeeper. He looked like he was just going to try and bend it in the corner, didn't he, Billy? But it was a lovely move again.
Yeah, outstanding bit of football that between Bruno to Livramento and Gordon. Lovely back flick. It was a full back shot, to be fair, straight to keeper.
Yeah.
But an outstanding move from Newcastle that.
Yep, absolutely. More of that, please, sir. Lovely move. Great ball by Bruno to free Livramento down the left, of course. But unfortunately, the shot was straight at Rea, who again takes his time and gives it straight again, this time to Barnes. And now a chance for Bruno. Try to play it through for Wilson. It's come back to Wilson. Tonali on the edge of the box, smashes it straight into, I think it was Declan Rice.
I think he faulted it, no?
I think he has. But Newcastle really looking good going forward. But now a bit of space for Arsenal at the other end. Odegaard, he's got Ben White to his right-hand side here. Odegaard at the edge of the box. Good tackle from Bruno. And it bounces out for an Arsenal throw-in. But Rea with these goal kicks, Billy, playing out, he's finding black-white shirts every time.
Perhaps we know when we're not pressing now then.
Yeah. Just wait till he gives us the ball. And now Livramento has it right down by the corner flag here. He's got to be careful. Gordon. Oh, he's lost the ball to Ben White. Gordon's gone down, and that was because he's lost the ball. There was certainly no foul there. And Ben White now for Arsenal, inside to Odegaard. Odegaard whips it across in. Good header. Good solid header by Botman. And Arsenal have to play it back. Kiwior now. Martinelli twisting and turning. Trossard, no way around for Murphy for him. Plays it back now. Lewis Skelly. And now Partey for Arsenal. Plenty space for him to bring it forward. Seems like a very good flow to this game at the minute,
No,
Billy.
it's an excellent game of football, isn't it? Let's be fair.
Yep. Here's Partey again. Odegaard. Lewis Skelly now with an opportunity to bring it forward. He gives it to the left. Trossard. Trossard looks to get to the byline. Gets round Murphy. Still Trossard. And his shot is wide.
Unlucky. Very good play.
I think it took a deflection. I think it's a corner, Billy.
Yeah, I mean, he had Murphy on toast really there. Barnes went to help him. He had him too. Good close control from Trossard. Gets his shot in, and I think it was a deflection of Tonali.
I think Barnes got a block on it, Billy.
You think it's Barnes? Yeah,
yep.
It's Barnes.
Yeah. It was a very good last minute block by Barnes. Didn't give up.
Yeah.
And a corner to Arsenal. But Trossard is that kind of... He's got that in his locker, Billy. He's a good, skillful player.
Yes, he certainly is.
Even though he looks like he needs a good 5 weeks sleep.
He looks like a frog that hasn't slept in months, doesn't he?
He does. Anyway, Saka's going to take the corner.
Arsenal good from corners, as we've said lots of times before this season.
Indeed. Left foot ball comes into the near post, and it's over the bar, and everybody's high-fiving Nick Pope, so I take it he's made a save there, Billy.
Yes,
I think quite see what happened.
Yeah.
Oh, what a save that is.
Yeah, good reflexes there. They're very dangerous, aren't they, from set pieces, Arsenal?
I mean, that is an incredible save from literally 2 yards out. Incredible reflexes from Pope. But we've seen that the last few weeks from Nick Pope, haven't we? We've seen them sort of reflexes.
Yes, he's back to his top form, isn't he? Let's be honest.
Yep. Now Saka again. Will he put this one in the same place?
The movement's unbelievable from Arsenal in that box.
Yeah, he goes short this time. Back to Saka now. Saka, Odegaard on the edge of the box. That's a wayward shot. Completely sliced that, but the warning signs are there. But both sides going at it, definitely. Newcastle have had opportunities, mainly through Rhea, giving it to us. But, I mean, that was... You can see what Odegaard's trying to do.
I mean, the trouble they're causing us by crossing the ball, and why would they ever do that? Why would they ever do that? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, absolutely. We know what Arsenal are capable of, Billy. Especially on when they play like that, they are very, very dangerous.
The captain started the game very well, hasn't he? Bruno's been outstanding so far.
He has, and now Murphy has the ball for Newcastle. Murphy's ball in, and it's headed behind. Kiwior got a touch. Well, surely that went out, referee. Surely that's a corner. Well, he says no. It's a throw to Newcastle, but that certainly looked to me like a corner. Anyway, we get on with it. It's a great ball in that by Murphy. Good header by Kiwior to head it away, but I thought that dropped out. Of course, the referee decided to think otherwise. And now Barnes picks it up in midfield and can turn again. Barnes, it's still Barnes. Oh. It's still Barnes, deflected, and Rhea tips it round the post. What a full stretch save that, but a brilliant run from Harvey Barnes. I don't think he quite connected with his shot, Billy, but it just spun off. I think it hit Partey, and
deflection.
What a save that is.
I mean, Ray's got he might not have his boots on, but he's got his gloves on, hasn't he? Let's be honest. That's a fantastic save.
That is full stretch as you're ever going to see for a goalkeeper, Billy. What a save that is. Wowzers.
And we finally get our corner anyway.
Indeed.
And if they're good at corners, well, so have we. We've got some big men in there, of course.
We have indeed. Murphy will take the corner for Newcastle. Chances at both ends in this game. We go short. It's going back to Tonali. Tonali now. I've got the spinning wheel of death, you bastard. Right as Tonali was going to hit that.
Yeah, good header. It was a brilliant cross from Tonali, and Kiwior got the clearance. It's going to be a corner to Newcastle.
Just looking at Eddie Howe, pensively down on his haunches there, chewing his chewing gum like there's no tomorrow, Billy.
Yes. Look, he's been on the disco biscuits.
Yeah, he loves his disco biscuits. No doubt about that. Well, Tonali's going to take the corner. Oh, Billy, I've got the spinning wheel of death.
Well, cross comes in from Tonali. Look at his head. Oh, great save, Rhea. Two great saves.
Oh, how's he saved that? How has he saved that, Billy?
That's as good as Pope's the other end.
Goodness me.
Still going. Great ball from Murphy. Looking for Tonali. It's Wilson in the box. You've got to go into the corner.
What?
It's in the corner. That is an outstanding save from Rea. How on earth you got to this?
God, that is incredible.
He's a yard out. How's he got down so quick?
Yeah. It's Byrne with a header. It's a wonderful left-hand save. And then the second one comes at him really quick, and he sort of hooks his right foot onto it, doesn't he, to clear it. Incredible save.
Bearded twat.
Unbelievable piece of goalkeeping. So, although he's given us a couple of opportunities, he also kept this game level. And then, again, the corner comes in. Wilson will get it at the side of the box here. Wilson now, inside. Good ball for Bruno. Bruno to Gordon. Gordon still has Wilson still to the left. Here is Wilson. Switches onto his right foot. Back to Gordon now. Now Livramento. Good pressure again from Newcastle. Livramento to Bruno now. Bruno bringing it forward. About 40 yards out. He went to hit it, but then gives it to Tonali. Tonali whips in a low ball. This time it's cleared again. Rice has it. Rice now trying to get past Botman. Strides away Declan Rice. And Martinelli makes a nice turn to give himself some space. Wow, wow, wow. And that's a nice header. And Arsenal on the break now with Martinelli. Tonali is across there. Martinelli now going against Sandro Tonali. Cuts inside on his right. Back to Trossard. There's Murphy though. Murphy in hard and wins the ball. Great play, Jacob Murphy. But he's taken down. Free kick, says the referee. In fact, it's Bruno coming back there, not Murphy. Brilliant for Bruno, Billy.
Outstanding. Yeah, outstanding. What a game of football this has been. It's non-stop. It's breathless, isn't it?
It is.
You get time to breathe.
Both goalkeepers have been. I mean, listen, it's second and third in the Premier League, and it is that kind of game.
Yeah.
Both teams showing their qualities, and both goalkeepers have made some tremendous. I say it. Well, Pope's made one, but Rea's made 3 or 4 now to keep Arsenal level.
Would you really be ahead in this game?
Yeah, absolutely. Fabian Schär with the free kick looks diagonal for Anthony Gordon, and it bounces over all the heads and out. Anthony Gordon raises his thumb to say good attempt at the pass there. Didn't quite come off. And Ben White will take a throw for the Arsenal. Still, we are goalless. Coming up to 20 minutes, but Jesus Christ, what a game this has been so far. Super chat from Dan Robinson saying we'll get nothing from Hooper. He hates Newcastle. He's kind of give that impression. Here's Botman. And now Fabian Schär. Plenty time in his own half here. And rolls it to the far side. I have to say, we look really good in possession, Billy. Really good.
We do. This is something different from the Champions League season when we were kind of passive in defence, but now.
Yeah. Oh, lovely stuff from Newcastle. And Gordon's on his way again down the left-hand side. Gordon on the edge of the box, tried to pull it back, deflected corner, Newcastle.
What a flick that was, Phil. I think it may have been Bruno again flicking out to Gordon.
That was a wonderful pass, considering how hard Gordon whipped that ball into him to get the sort of. I think he used the pace of the ball, Billy.
It was just outstanding. It's just been a fantastic 20 minutes of football so far.
Yeah, he used the pace of the ball there to give the ball to Gordon.
And we almost scored the last corner. So I mean, can we go one better here?
Well, we're about to find out.
If anything, with Callum Wilson, now we're better in the air than what we usually are. So.
Yeah, absolutely. All going on. And it comes into the box again. And headed over the bar this time, but the referee's given a free kick. Of course he has. Of course he has. I mean, I don't know where there's a foul there, Billy. He just sees a red shirt fall to the floor and he blows his whistle.
Well, he threw himself to the floor, but didn't seem to have any contact. But
yeah,
it was enough for the referee to give a free kick. Strangely.
Well, it is very strange, given how many free kicks he's not given to us for worse things than worse things we've seen on the pitch so far today.
Yeah.
And now Rea will take the free kick. This time he goes long, straight down the middle. Byrne is underneath this. Byrne wins the header. And a little bit of head tennis going on here. Brilliant play again from this time Fabian Schär. No foul again. And Partey has it for Arsenal. Looking for a way through. Gives it it's a good ball that to Lewis Skelly. Lewis Skelly now doesn't really try and make the byline. Cuts it back. Kiwior Out to Martinelli on the far side. Murphy sticks by him. And Newcastle just staying very disciplined in defence, Billy.
Yep. Very rigid, isn't it? There's nothing different. It's a 5-4-1 at the moment.
Yeah. Ødegaard now turns on his left foot inside for Partey again. Tonali all over him. Has to go back to Kiwior. And now Lewis Skelly. First time ball down for Rice. Rice turns. Lewis Skelly. And now Trossard. Trossard and Martinelli keep switching. It's confusing me. Trossard cuts in on his right foot, looking to get the angle for the cross. Now Lewis Skelly will get the angle for the cross. It's very deep. It's far too deep, but it will come to Ben White. Closed down quickly by Anthony Gordon. Now Ødegaard. Back to Saliba. Saliba inside for Kiwior. Back to Saliba. Arsenal patiently building up here, but again, Newcastle staying very disciplined. Ben White to Ødegaard. And now smashes it out to Lewis Skelly, who's got a bit of space. Down to the left-hand side again for... Oh, great tackle, Murphy. And that could put Newcastle on the attack as Murphy's gone darting round both of them. Jacob Murphy. Trossard, though, is back there. Trossard, who is very, very quick. Managed to get in front of Jacob Murphy after
he had no option to pass it in, Murphy. He had no option to pass, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Wilson, which could have showed from then, it'd have been fantastic, but he couldn't.
Yeah,
I've got to say as well, this is the best I've seen Arsenal play for a few weeks. I've got to say, we're kind of making them raise their level as well, which is, also as short as usual as they usually are, but they're not today.
Both teams certainly going toe to toe. That's certainly what we see. But Arsenal just last 5 minutes, just beginning to get more of the ball. As Ben White makes his way forward, cuts inside of Dan Burn, and Burn made a late challenge there. And wow. Ben White
feels he was a penalty despite the ball being kicked off his foot.
Yeah, but Dan Burn, he went. Watch this, Bill. He goes very late for the tackle, Burn, and he's nowhere near getting the ball. But then Bruno comes across. I mean, there's no penalty there in a million years.
Well, I don't think Burn even touches Wood, is he? No,
there's nothing there. Absolutely nothing there. But I wondered why Dan Burn made such a late attempt to get the ball, especially in the penalty area like that.
He showed him the outside, and White would have none of it either, was that? Which he kind of come inside.
Yeah.
If he could have got a shot off, who knows what would have happened, but he didn't.
Wilson again looked like he had his shirt pulled there. Nothing from the referee. That's nice from Livramento. And Livramento's gone on his bike, and that's caused the defender to go with him and giving Gordon a free run down the left-hand side. Gordon now, Partey's come across just to slow him down a bit, but Gordon's waiting for reinforcements. Burn. And he goes back now for Botman. Newcastle just patient now. Share. He can find Murphy in space on the right-hand side. He can bring the ball forward. Murphy still looking for somebody to make a run for him. Tonali. Barnes. Back to Murphy. Murphy will get a cross in. No, he won't. It's blocked and out for a throw in. Opportunity there to get a cross in. Billy just couldn't beat the man. Yeah,
again, it's good football, isn't it? It's adventurous football. We're not sitting back on anything. We're not, there's no hint of us trying to get a draw here. We're actually going full out to win this game.
Yep. 8 attempts from Newcastle, by the way. 5 on target. It's just a lot.
So a good Wales play, doesn't it? That's a foul, ref.
Well, come on, ref. He's not even waving play on either.
No.
Bloody hell, man. Bird right-footed inside. That's not going to find a black and white shirt, but well, come on, lads. We fell asleep a little bit there. Lewis Skelly fires a ball forward. I'm not sure who he was looking for there. All he's found is Nick Pope. I mean, that was a clear push on Anthony Gordon there.
Yeah, blatant. Yeah, blatant. And like you say, he didn't just wave advantage either.
No, he just said no foul, didn't he? Just play on. Get on with it. I'm not impressed with this referee so far, I have to say. When are we ever impressed? Here's Bruno.
Beautiful bit of play from Tonali and Bruno there.
Yeah. Burn down the line looking for the pace of Gordon. And it's a beautiful ball. Gordon's got there first. Gordon to the byline. And Wilson just couldn't tap it in.
Great tackle. That's not a free kick.
Fuck off, referee.
That's not a free kick.
Fuck off, man. Come on.
I wish Barnes had been a bit more alert, though, to be on the end of this cross.
Yeah, but what a run from Anthony Gordon. And then Wilson, as we know, Billy, that's the run we need to see.
Yeah,
and he was inches away from getting on the end of that. Great football from Newcastle. And there's certainly no foul at all there from Barnes. Yeah, he gets penalised. Up yours, Hooper.
And Gordon's coming into the game, isn't he? His pace is definitely worrying Arsenal. Yeah. As it did in the Carabao Cup game, of course.
And again, he's going for it. Good tackle this time by, I think it's Partey. Yes, it is. He had to get that as well, Billy, because otherwise he was in big shit.
Yes.
But here come Arsenal now. Declan Rice bringing them forward, cutting back onto his right foot. Declan Rice with his shot safely at the arms of Nick Pope.
Yeah, a bit. What's the word for it? It's a bit desperate, that wasn't it? Do you not think?
Yeah, well, a little bit. But we know he can hit them from there. I mean, he's kind of got a bit of form for that this season, Billy. Well, from a dead ball anyway. Newcastle now trying to play it out from the back. It's with Nick Pope.
It's about there.
Yep. Botman. Good ball to Tonali. Tonali now. Great flick to Livramento, and he gets on his bike very quickly again. Wilson playing just off the shoulder. Barnes, he's got Murphy free on the right-hand side. Murphy now picks a man, sends in a cross, and it's just over everybody, but comes to Anthony Gordon. Gordon just slowing the play down a little bit. Now Tonali. He has Botman. Botman inside to Bruno. Back to Botman. Botman, Tonali.
Oh, dear.
What's the matter?
Well, it's this system we've seen Livramento really, really advanced. Yeah. And Dan Burn is currently really, really advanced as well.
Yeah, Dan Burn's playing as the left forward at the minute, but he's back in position now. It's out to the far side with Murphy. Inside for Bruno now. Tonali. He was wanting Murphy to make a run there. He saw his arm go up. Dan Burn now for Newcastle. Inside for Gordon. Gordon, 1-2. Oh, sensational play by Anthony Gordon. And now Wilson on to Livramento. Livramento now going to the byline. Tino down to the byline. It's blocked and somehow stays in play. And Arsenal managed to bring it away with Saliba. And Saliba slips when he tries to play the ball, but Shares misjudged it. Nick Pope's come a long way and got there first.
Good on you, Nick. That's what he offers us, see? That's what he offers us. He's alert. He's got his eyes on all the games.
Yeah, absolutely. Thomas Partey now for Arsenal. Odegaard, a bit of space just outside the box. Now Saka. Saka taking on Livramento, gets to the byline, pulls it back, and it's cleared away for a corner by Bruno.
He's been outstanding, hasn't he, Bruno? Good grief.
He's been at both ends of he's been everywhere today. But Saka just showing what he can do there, Bill.
Yeah. Livramento needs to concentrate his defensive side of his game. Probably a little bit more than the attacking side at the minute.
I mean, Saka picked out Trossard there for a tap-in, but great defending from Bruno coming back to clear that. What a first half an hour we've seen here. Tremendous.
It's good when it's flown by. It doesn't seem like a minute ago since we kicked off.
Exactly. Odegaard, great tackle coming in there from Gordon. Keep subscribing, guys. Bottom right-hand corner. It's free to subscribe, remember, as we head towards our next goal of 39,000. And don't forget to give it a like if you're enjoying the commentary, guys. And welcome to all our new subscribers. Arsenal take the throw in. It's with Trossard now. Livramento. And he's played it off Livramento for a corner. Yeah, we just need to stay switched on for the corners here. Nick Pope's already made one tremendous reflex save with his right fist. Literally from 2 yards out, Billy, from Thomas Partey.
Yeah.
But my God.
The thing is, he can't be a little bit advanced either because I can bend it in behind him. So,
yeah.
I mean, Pope at the minute is standing a yard off his line.
Yeah.
Plenty of room for them to kind of get him. They've scored like that before, haven't they? With like straight in. So
absolutely. Yeah. Here it comes. And again, it's towards the near post. And Nick Pope goes for it. The referee gives another corner.
Well, he was fouled there, wasn't he?
Well, Nick Pope's saying that the referee saying he was pushed there. I mean, we're getting out off Hooper. We're getting absolutely out in this first half, Billy. That's clear to see. We're getting nothing off him.
And he's having a word with White now. Any more of that, and I'll give a free kick. He should have given a free kick then.
Yeah, just weird. Anyway, Saka again with the corner for Arsenal. Puts his arm in the air. Here it comes. Again to the near post. This time is wellied into the air. Will that bounce out for another corner? No, it spins back and then out for a corner. I think that was
a bit more determination.
Yeah, he didn't catch it right, did he, there? And another corner.
Yeah, the amount of corners, and I said this in the Carabao Cup game, the more they get, the more chance they've got of scoring because they are lethal from corners.
Yeah. They go short this time. Trossard back to Saka. Saka to the edge of the box. Now Lewis Skelly curls one towards the back post. Too much on that. Goal kick Newcastle. I prefer the short corners from Arsenal, Bill, you have to say.
Of course we do. I mean, again, why would you ever go short when you've got that kind of height in the middle of the park? I just don't get it.
And there is Kai Havertz returning from injury to the bench today. I would imagine we'll see him at one stage. And Nick Pope again just slowing everything down here. And then gives a terrible pass. And Cher looks at him as if to say, what the hell was that? And it's put us under pressure. Martinelli to Lewis Skelly now. And he plays it back. And it's kind of Arsenal now. Kiwior floats it in. It's all the way out for it. What the hell happened there, Billy?
Lord knows what Pope was doing there. The definite breakdown in communication. Maybe Cher wasn't watching either, but we're not going to see it again. But I mean, this ball from Kiwior was not actually a bad ball at all. But luckily for us, it's a great ball.
And that's where Arsenal not having a striker certainly
absolutely
us, because a striker would be on that like a fly around shit, to be honest. But he wasn't. Luckily for us, and it says a goal kick, but I just do not know what Nick Pope was playing at there. I mean, the pass to Cher was so. I mean, it wasn't even near him.
No.
Wilson again going Tonali and Botman battling for the ball. Tonali, lovely touch. Now Bruno. We just need to get a foothold again in the game, Billy. Just a bit more possession again.
Well, we need to get Tonali and Bruno involved more. That's a good ball.
Yeah.
Let's get them involved more because at the minute they're dominating the midfield. If we can get the ball with them,
Yeah, they are starting to dictate play a little bit, Arsenal here. But we were doing that 10 minutes ago. So swings and roundabouts. Lewis Skelly has the ball at the minute.
I think that one run from Saka has kind of pushed Livramento back a little bit. Before he was joining in with midfield and putting another number in there.
Yeah, absolutely. Fulham beaten Brentford today by 3-2. And Mbeumo on the score sheet again, though.
Yeah, and an assist as well.
Yeah. And Arsenal again, Kiwior. Martinelli now. Running at Murphy. Martinelli. Murphy got there, and it's another corner to Arsenal.
Good defending, but again, at the risk of a corner.
Yeah.
Arsenal turn the screws a little bit. Yeah, that was slightly on top at the last moment in time.
Good defending again by Jacob Murphy, though, making sure the cross doesn't come in. He thought he should have had a goal kick. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell from that angle anyway. But another Arsenal corner. This time Rice is going to take it.
I mean, it's a mismatch at that far post. Bruno against either party or White. It's a mismatch, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And it comes from Rice. It's very deep towards the back post, kept in play, but Newcastle could break. Byrne let it bounce. I don't know why he let that bounce.
Yeah.
And it's kind of scrambled away, but Arsenal straight back on it again with Trossard here. Inside for Martinelli. Odegaard now to Saka on this near side. Saka inside. Tonali is there, though, to win the ball back. Great strength. How a referee, man! He's pulling the shirt off his back.
He waited till he got away from him, and we could have had a good advantage, and then he blew up.
Yeah. Yeah, ridiculous again from Hooper. I mean, that was ridiculous from Hooper.
The worst of both worlds we got there.
Anyway, out steps Dan Burn. Looking for an option. Oh, brilliant! And it's through on goal. Livramento. Oh, he's
no confidence.
He just given away by Arsenal again. Tonali inside for Wilson. Back to Gordon. Barnes. He smashes his shot and it's blocked. But Livramento just sort of lost his confidence there.
Yeah, he did. The wrong man in the wrong place, wasn't it?
Yeah. It is Bruno. Bruno looks for options. Nothing there, so goes back to Cher. Cher slows things down now. Lays it into Gordon. Gordon on his bike now. Sorry, it's Barnes. Barnes does really well. Bruno now looks for help. Turns. Oh, great ball through. Oh, Lewis Skelly saw it. Almost a brilliant ball through for Murphy, but Lewis Skelly read it well, Billy.
He did. Yeah, very good defensive work from the young lad.
And here come Arsenal now. Rice. Tonali all over him. Back to Partey. And now Odegaard. Arsenal hunting again. Saka. Saka going against Burn this time. And Gordon. And he can't get round both of them. And Livramento brings it away. He's got Gordon to his left. Uses Bruno instead. Bruno sees the run of Murphy to the right-hand side. Murphy over the halfway line now. Nice ball back to Barnes. Barnes, nice turn. Lays it into Wilson. Wilson, he's just crowded out. There's no support there for him, to be fair.
Well, the ball was back to Barnes, wasn't it?
Yeah. But Arsenal managed to get it back. And Newcastle regrouped defensively. 39 played at the Emirates, goalless. But what a first half we've seen here. It's one of the better 0-0s we've seen this season, Billy.
God, ever. Yeah, it's been a really good game of football, hasn't it?
Long ball again, flicked on. There's nobody there. Saka actually won the flick on there against Botman, but he flicked it straight back to Nick Pope. We get on with it quickly now. Cher just a walking pace at the minute. Botman. And now Bruno turns. Odegaard all over him. Bruno does well to get the ball to Murphy and sets Newcastle away again. Murphy looking for the runner Wilson, but that's not a great ball.
No.
And Ray's there. Wilson all over him. Trying to pass it out from the back. Just evaded Anthony Gordon there. It was unbelievable. Burn now goes in on Saka. Saka goes down, and of course he gets a free kick.
Well, I think that was one, to be fair.
I couldn't give a shit, Billy. I don't like it. Twat. Anyway, Partey has the ball now. Saliba.
For all the criticism of Callum Wilson, he has contributed an awful lot more than Isak has of late.
Yeah, he has. He's been involved.
As a hold-up, as someone to aim for as an option. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think he's held the ball up really well.
I agree. Created stuff as well. He's contributing.
That's all we can ask.
Good tackle.
Cher read that brilliantly.
That should be a Newcastle ball.
Yep, I believe it should. Whether it is or not is a different kettle of fish, Billy.
No, of course it isn't.
Of course it's an Arsenal throw. Saka twisting it. Sorry, that's not Saka. That's Lewis Skelly throwing himself to the floor. And this time, Hooper doesn't give a free kick. Cheating bar steward, honestly. No reason to throw himself to the floor like that. Eddie and Jason in deep discussion there. But, on chances created, Billy, I mean, Ray's the one that's saved Arsenal. As Wilson goes down again, nothing given again.
We've certainly had the best chance, the far better chances, in fact.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for a fantastic goalkeeping performance from Ray, we'd be 2 or 3 up.
Yeah. Here's Ben White. I mean, for all Arsenal's possession, we've had one save out of Nick Pope, and the rest of the chances have been at the other end, like Billy's just said.
Yeah, one long distance shot from Royce, wasn't there? That's about it, really.
Yeah. Ball clipped over the top, and that's Nick Pope's all day long. Keep subscribing, guys. Bottom right-hand corner. If you're new to the channel and like what you see, it is free to do so. And don't forget to give it a like if you're enjoying the commentary. Here's Murphy on the halfway line, looking for somebody to make a run. Has to turn back, but he's a bit crowded out here, Murphy. Clips it over the top, looking for Wilson, but again, there's too much on that. And Rea read it well.
He literally had nowhere to go, though, did he? Whether it was forward or back.
Yep. We just need to keep concentration here for the last couple of minutes of the first half. Regroup again at half-time, but here's Lewis Skelly bursting forward for Arsenal. Clipped into the middle. Trossard is there. Met by about 3 Newcastle players, and Bruno wins it back. Now Barnes brings it away for Newcastle. Lovely ball to Bruno. Now it's a 2-on-2 at the minute. Gordon's trying to get up there as well. Bruno, and I'm not sure who the hell Bruno's trying to find there. He's gone completely the other way to wherever the Newcastle players were.
No, but he's gaining some ground, I guess.
Well, yeah, but you had...
Gilberto.
Yeah, alongside...
Levi Roots, I don't know. And the Hitman.
It does look like a Hitman sitting next to Gilberto, doesn't it?
And I don't know that instant front.
Bob Marley. It could be Bob Marley. You know,
could
Bob from the grave. Was it like a bit of a rugby player there, Billy? Just get it as far down the pitch out to play and give them the throw in, and then press hard.
Yeah, press the throw. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if Lewis Skelly had got any further up the pitch, he'd got a corner for that.
I mean, that was astounding, that. And Arsenal just falling to the floor everywhere you look. And now Martinelli. Cher is back there. Cher does really well. Then gets a push. And he lets it run out. And that's a goal kick. Great play from Fabian Cher there. Martinelli. Yeah. And there's Mr. Lego Head off the bench for the first time in this game, I believe.
Strange party he's got there, isn't it? Good grief.
I mean,
looks like he's been putting with I don't know, what's been putting with a boomerang?
Well, he glues it on, doesn't he? You can tell. He just glues it on the top of his heat every morning. 57% possession for Arsenal, but 10-5 in attempts to Newcastle. And I would dare I say, Billy, the better attempts as well. As Nick Pope now goes long again from the goal kick. And we don't win the header. Trossard, twisting and turning, gets away from Bruno. Murphy wins it back, though. And then Wilson fights back to win the ball. Wilson does win the ball, but he's penalised. Fucking hell, man.
Can't wait, can he?
Dear God. It's unbelievable, man. As soon as any red shirt goes down, he's blown the whistle or waving play on. Crazy, man. Absolutely ludicrous. And I believe he's blown for half-time. No extra time at all in that first half, Billy.
Well, no injuries, so that's fair enough.
I mean, it flew by.
What's a half of football?
Literally 100 miles an hour. But it is 0-0 at half-time, Billy.
Yes, a good sign, isn't it? We've played really well. We've created some great chances. It's only been the fantastic goalkeeping skills of Ray that's kept us out.
Yep.
Arsenal had obviously dominating possession, as they should be. They are at home. There were moments where we were pushed back, but we always look dangerous. And I think in Bruno, we've had the best player on the pitch by a country mile.
Yeah, he's been superb, Bruno, hasn't he? Absolutely superb. And look, you know, Arsenal, you can have all the possession that you want, Billy, but if you're not going to, we've defended really well.
Well, they are at home. It's up to them to try and push the game. We've defended really well. They've not created an awful lot. Again, they seem very one-dimensional with the set pieces. But, you know, we've hit them on a break. We're getting defenders forward. We've got some pace. They're scared of that. And we've created 2 or 3 fantastic chances. Had it, as I say, if it had not been for Ray's superb performance first half, we'd be 2 or 3 up. Yeah,
just, you know, he brought it on himself. A couple of them, of course, by his terrible goal kicks, or tried to play out. Newcastle reading his clearances really, really well. But again, I mean, the save off the deflection at full stretch to tip it around the post was a big one. But, you know, we look good in possession, Billy. I think Arsenal obviously had probably the last 15 minutes of that half did have the better of it. You know, maybe we tied a little bit in the second part of the half, but I think we're doing well. It's been a great game.
Yeah, considering a lot of full strength, I think we've done really well, and I think Wilson's been excellent as a hold-up player, getting himself involved. physically in their centre halves.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's been a really good first half performance.
I think Wilson's done okay. Anyway, Stato joins us, but just before that, we've got some super chats. Agent Tech says, anyone take a draw? Keith Truscott says, that was a great first half for us, especially when the ref is blending in so well with his Arsenal shirt on. Shocking. And Jens with a super chat, Wilson, weak, slow, nothing. Asula on. I think you've been harsh. He's done a lot of good stuff off the ball as well. Stato, your thoughts?
I don't know how we're not winning.
Yeah.
We've been so much better. Well, yeah, I mean, the commentary, all they've done is criticise Raya and talk about Arsenal. But his actual saves, absolutely world class. He's made 3, possibly even 4 saves that were just outrageous. This game could have been done. Arsenal fans will be really thrilled that we've not put 2 or 3 past them, because this game could have been just away from them at this point. We've had some fantastic chances. Really, really good chance creation through transitions, set pieces. We've looked dangerous. We've looked dangerous any time we go forward. Really, it's just that final ball or that final back heel to get the right shot. And we've still had some great shots. 10 shots, 5 on target, twice as many as they've had. We've still accumulated 1.2 xG as well. So even if you're on the lower end of the chances we've had, we deserve at least a goal. And it's a real shame because we need points out of this fixture. We can't go into that final game against Everton absolutely needing a win. We could do with at least a point today. And I think we're good enough for 3. We look better than them. We've been better than them 3 other occasions this season. And we do look better than them today as well. We're getting the better of the chances. We need to make it count. We really do.
I mean, the thing is, they can have all the possession they want, because when we play this kind of formation, it's set up for us to break fast. And that's exactly what we've done, Billy, in most of that half there.
Yeah, the fact is we've got the width with Livramento down one side, Murphy down the other, joining in, and occasionally even getting centre half joining the attack. Just adding extra bodies in there with the pace. They don't know how to deal with it, and they're contributing to their own downfall as well. I mean, Ray's kicking has been dreadful first half.
Chris at Evermore says the fact that we don't look like we've missed Isak that half is a testament to how well the lads have played. If it weren't for Raya, we'd be in front, and deservedly so. Absolutely. By the way, guys, at the end of the game, don't forget to head over to Evermore's YouTube channel. They do a live reaction to the show. Obviously, we do one on YouTube, a recorded one for YouTube, and of course a Patreon with Alex and Billy. So they'll be happening as well. So make sure that you head over for the live one with Chris and Mark at Evermore straight after the game. Ronan with a super chat says, how and why do we go from all-out electric attack to pumping the brakes and struggling to create? It's like a switch goes off. And then Botman is making such a difference to us. He is elite.
He's a calming influence. There's no doubt about that.
I think that's tactical, though, isn't it, Alex? I mean, we can't go blazing guns all like for the full 45 minutes. We have to be careful of Arsenal, don't we?
I think we are doing. I think we've been very well structured. We go back into our defensive shape when it's necessary. We attack in numbers, but they're busting a gut to get back when we need to defend. It was a really tidy performance. We've had everything but the goal. Everything but the goal. It really is a shame. I think I agree with you too. I think Wilson's been okay. He's tried to link up play. He's been running. You can still see that he's not what he was 18 months ago, but he's not as much of a passenger. He's actually doing stuff that's contributing to attacks, which is, I guess, fine. Would we want Isak instead? Of course we would, but Wilson's doing fine at the moment. I'm not sure what Osula could offer in a really sketchy game like this, because we need a calm head as well. As good as Osula is, might not be the right time, maybe yet. Maybe sort of 70-ish minutes if it's still not working. Just let him off the lead and just let him do whatever. But for now, we probably need that structure because we really should have scored. So
experience and that's what he's on the pitch for, and we've seen it.
He's been okay
here and there. Yeah, he's competed.
John Cook says, would love to know how much Arsenal have paid Hooper. Unbelievable bias. And Sam says, credit to Eddie, our shape is solid.
Are people upset with the referee? I think he's let a lot go.
I think he's been shocking, Alex. The fouls
really?
he's made
I
on
think we've had
Newcastle
loads
players.
but we've had loads of counter-attacks because the ref has just let it go, which has been really good for us.
There's been some fouls on us that are pretty blatant.
Well, yeah, but it's consistent. I think he's letting a lot go for both sides, and I think we're getting a lot of joy in the counter-attacks. Arsenal players, just falling over in the box, and the ref every single time is like, nope, get up, get up, get up. Every single time he's letting the game play out properly, which I think suits us more than it suits Arsenal, to be fair. So,
Mike says, thanks, guys, watching from 36,000 foot over the US. Wow. Nice. We literally get everywhere, the Toon Review. 36,000 foot in the air as well. The second half, Alex, is obviously going to be important because we know that sometimes we completely change in the second half. We've got to make sure that we maintain this performance because we can't loosen the shackles kind of thing against a team like Arsenal, especially at the Emirates.
Yeah, I think it is a little bit concerning because I think we put a lot into that first half performance, and to not have anything to show for it on the score sheet is really frustrating because Arteta will tweak things at half time. I don't think Arsenal can be as bad as that in the second half. They can't get any worse. So I would fully expect Arsenal to be much more difficult in the second half. And we're going to have to up our game to get 3 points because we've had our joy. I'd be surprised if we get as much of an easy ride in the second half. So we're going to have to really work for it and adapt on the fly to whatever happens. Substitutions might be important, but we are starting to look a little bit thin now. In terms of good runners to play this way, you're looking at Joe Willock, who's back on the bench, and Will Osula. And beyond that, there isn't anybody that fits that bill. I mean, Sean Neve potentially, but I don't think he's going to get his chance in a game like this. Miley and Longstaff aren't going to on those kinds of players. So it's Willock and Osula really that might be able to come on and make a difference in those crazy runs. But
we'll just have to play a really good second half. The game really is calling out for Osula. He's not going to bring him on anytime soon if he brings him on at all. And I said at the start, Alex, before the game, this is, the likelihood is that if Wilson doesn't make 90 minutes, there's more chance of Gordon going up front than Osula coming on. The way that Eddie kind of thinks and the way he's been bringing Osula on lately. Yeah,
he might bring Willock on and push Willock out wide and let Gordon go up front. That's probably the safest option because Willock's really is a lot more experienced with Eddie Howe's system. And could definitely do that role, but we all kind of want to see Will Osula just go on absolutely mad runs. I know we all do, but I'm sure the manager will probably do the best thing for it. We'll just have to wait and see.
I mean, Billy, would you give Osula 20?
Depends on the game, I guess. Well, I don't think Wilson's class at 90 anyway, so I think we will see him at some point. 20 minutes, I guess so. Why not?
Calvin, who's been a member for 11 months, is Tonali running the show in midfield, the beautiful Italian bar steward. Well, I think Bruno's been superb in that first half.
Yeah, well, this is one of the reasons why we love all you guys watching our commentary, because I've heard a little bit of Lee Dixon suggesting that when I think was it Martinelli? It might not have been Martinelli. When he picked up the ball, he was right in front of Tonali, and he said he just needs to run at him. Tonali's a midfielder. He's not that quick. He's not particularly quick. You just need to run at him. And I can't believe how many times Lee Dixon has misprofiled a Newcastle player or just doesn't understand us as a team. And shocking that he's salaried to commentate on the games, which is why we do what we do, because we try and give it a fair crack and try and praise Arsenal where it's due.
If we have to.
They are a good team. We're going to have to be very careful in the second half. So,
Simon says, I think the whole team has been decent. Burns been great. So has Shea. I think we've looked really good defensively. I know that Arsenal had a run of corners, Billy, but to be fair, there was one save from Nick Pope. But apart from that, we've dealt with what Arsenal have put at us.
I think Burns looked a bit shaky, if I'm perfectly honest.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, offering who was it on the outside to come inside, almost give a penalty away. Let's say.
Well, that one, yeah.
He's lost a couple in the air as well to Saka, which shouldn't really be losing those. But yeah, I mean, Sharon Botman helping him, so he's kind of being bailed out a little bit.
Botman did lose the last header against Saka, but we'll swiftly move on from that, Billy. Lars says about bloody time Masula gets more than just 5 minutes when matches are already over. Yeah.
It's whether he's disciplined enough to play the role. That's the whole point of it for me.
Yeah, it's about discipline, and I think that's probably what's in the back of Eddie Howe's mind. Dean says, must admit Gordon hasn't been great, but hopefully he'll get into it.
He had his moments. Let's be fair to him. He's a threat. They're scared of him.
Yeah,
he's pulled it back at the byline on a couple of occasions, which is exactly what you want him to do. So,
I think he's linked up really well with Livramento. There's been a few really good moves with Bruno as well. So, I think they're all getting opportunities. It just, as I say, I think if one of them or two of them had gone in the back of the net, we'd be raving about the build-ups. But Livramento just lacked a bit of confidence again with his shot. Alex just didn't really get it out from under his feet, did he? It was a lovely move, and straight at the goalkeeper.
Yeah, I think it's an age and experience thing, possibly a bit instructional as well. You can see that they're trying to work the opportunity and not just hit it when maybe it's a little bit early. But there have been occasions, and this is not the first match where Tino's done it, where he's got every right to have a shot because he's in a really good position to do so. Even though he's a fullback, he is right-footed. He's got good technical quality. He just needs to hit it in the right moment sometimes, and maybe he's just a bit nervous of doing that. He thinks he should recycle the opportunity.
Yeah.
But he does look like that kind of fullback that we can get a few goals out of him, especially playing on the left side as a right footer. He looks like he can contribute a little bit. Once he gets that first one, I think he'll get some confidence.
I just don't think there's anybody played poorly. I think we've done really well as a team in general, and hopefully we can go on and make it count in the second half. That's the challenge: is making it count.
Because when we tie, and obviously you got to say the Arsenal's bench has more depth to it than ours, but we've had that all season.
Yeah.
How long we can stay relevant fitness wise? We have got a couple of changes we can make, of course we have, but that's
well,
the key.
I think an important one, Billy, is just to not lose today.
Yes, I agree.
Even the 1 point can make such a big difference in this final table after 38 matches. Just keeping the point puts us on 67, which is above a couple of other teams on 66. It's integral that we at least get a draw here. So we just need to make sure we're careful defensively as well.
Yep.
Well, they're coming back out, Alex, so we'll see you at full time, buddy.
All right. See you soon, guys.
Take care. Alex will be back with us at half time. Arsenal look like they're going to be bringing Calafiori on, Billy.
Yeah, good player, Calafiori. Will he be on as a fullback? Potentially. I don't know. He can play at left back, can't he? Right back. He's been very injury prone, but he's a hell of a player.
He is. Just remember, guys, if you go to kick off before me, just pause it.
It's for Saliba. Good grief.
Wow. That must be an injury. And Calafiori.
That has to be an injury.
Calafiori's left knee is strapped up very massively as well, Billy. So just remind you guys, if you go to kick off before me, just pause it if you want to be in sync. And then I'll say when we're underway on my stream, and then we'll all be in sync for the rest of the half. Of course, you don't have to do that, but please, no spoilers in the chat. We don't want the mods to have to chuck anyone out of the chat, so please respect everybody who can't watch the game and is just listening to the commentary. Thank you. Just wait for me to commentate on it, or Billy, and then we can all talk about it in the chat. So come on then, Billy. What do you reckon? Are we going to get through this?
Yeah, I mean, that's a massive loss for Arsenal, Saliba being out and Calafiori coming on. Whether he goes to right back and White goes in centre half, Lord knows. But yeah, that's a really good incentive for us to start the second half with, I've got to say.
Indeed. Wilson in deep discussion with Cher and Tonali there. Hopefully Tonali's saying, Callum, you make a run like that, I find you with a...
you make a lot of mistakes.
Put the ball in the net.
I see a lot of the lovely ladies in the crowd.
I buy you ice cream, yeah? I buy you ice cream. And we're underway for the second half, ladies and gents. Thank God for that. We can get rid of those terrible Italian accents. And immediately Arsenal go along. But, I mean... It has to be an injury, Billy. That has to be an injury to
100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. One of the best centre halves of the league. Absolutely no doubt you take him off just for any other reason but injury.
Well, I mean, the fact of the matter is, Calafiore, I don't know whether you noticed his left knee there, Billy, how heavily that was strapped up.
He's had a bad injury hitting the season himself, hasn't he? So
yeah.
Of
course, heavily linked with Newcastle, wasn't he? Before they moved to Arsenal. But at the moment, we'll see how that pans out as Thomas Partey has it in the middle of the park for Arsenal.
Well, Calafiore has been in centre half anyway.
Yeah, he has. And Odegaard now out to Saka on the far side. Saka back inside for Odegaard. Odegaard, a little back heel there, back to Saka. Again, Arsenal starting with plenty of possession here. Lewis Skelly now. Not really anywhere to go. Goes back to Calafiore. Steps across, rolls it out to the right-hand side to Ben White. Now Saka. White goes on the overlap. And White's got in on the overlap. Burn comes across and does well. Corner to Arsenal. He had to be alert there, Billy. I'm really surprised we didn't pick that overlap up quicker than we did there.
Good cover from Burn, that.
Yeah. But we can't allow that to happen too many times. That was just a little bit of a switch off from the lads there.
All this. These set pieces, of course.
Yeah. That's another corner.
Having said that, no Gabriel, no Saliba. Are they going to be as dangerous? We'll see, I guess.
Well, yes, shut up, Billy. Let's not put the commentator's curse on it. They go short again, actually. Saka again. Murphy is there to meet him and sticks to him like absolute glue. Forced him back. And Arsenal have had to go back to Declan Rice, who in turn has to go back to Rhea, who is right up on the halfway line. Goes long, cross court, looking for, well, actually found Calafiore.
Alter him.
And now Trossard. Trossard has Barnes to deal with in front of him. Lays it off to Partey. Partey now inside for Lewis Skelly. Calafiore. Oh, tried to get... Almost did Tonali there, Billy. Not quite.
Well, I'll know they won't have him to.
Yep, absolutely. Here's Lewis Skelly again. Murphy goes to the floor. I'm not sure why. Or it might have been Bruno, that, actually. Here's Trossard. Arsenal looking for a way through. Lewis Skelly again. Calafiore. And now Trossard again. He will float the ball in. Livramento was there. I thought Livramento looked like he was being dragged backwards there. But Odegaard now. Back to Saka. Can't control it. And Newcastle bring it away with Bruno.
Oh, got to be better than that, Bruno.
Yeah, he's lost the ball. It wasn't a foul either. And I don't like when he loses the ball in that situation. Here's Lewis Skelly now. Trossard. Again, on the right foot. Will try and cross it. Plays it in. Not a great ball, but we're under the cosh here, Billy.
They seem to have an extra man on the pitch somehow, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Yeah. There's a red shirt everywhere at the minute. Trossard. Calafiore. Just need to see this little bit of a... Just weather this storm, Billy. Calafiore. I don't know why we start second halves like this. It's bizarre.
We've dropped very, very deep.
We have, yeah.
The defenders on the edge of their own area. The four in front are like a yard in front of them. Very deep.
It's just bizarre. Here come Arsenal again. I don't understand why we start the second half like this. Cross comes in, kept in, and then it's hammered away by Fabian Schär, throw into Arsenal.
Yeah, good alert with the defending there from Schär, but Arsenal look very threatening at the moment.
Yep, they certainly do. I can't even get the ball at the minute. That's the worry. Kiwior goes back to Rhea. Again, a long way out of his goal, but he just dumps it long again. Oh, Murphy, come on. You had time to bring that down there and a bit of... he just boots it straight out of play.
He may have needed telling that he had time. Maybe he didn't get the shout.
Yeah.
So I've got space everywhere. I've got big Barnes,
Yeah. Trossard. Now Lewis Skelly on the edge of the box. Good turn. Blocked by Schär. Corner to Arsenal. Rowan with a super chat. Isak would have had a brace by now. Well, certainly not in the second half, mate, because this has been all Arsenal so far in the first 5 minutes, Billy.
Yeah, they're pushing all the defenders forward as well, so it's hard work for us at the minute. We need to get the ball out and get our foot on the ball for 10 minutes.
So camera pans up to Gabriel sitting in the crowd there. Declan Rice with the corner. And it comes. And it's bouncing around in the penalty area here. Still bouncing around. Comes loose. Headed towards goal. Flicked away by Fabian Schär, but eventually caught by Nick Pope. I'm not sure Schär knew what he was doing with that header. But a complete confusion in the box there. Murphy falling over. Overhead kicks flying in. Schär trying to head it away, but eventually Nick Pope does well, keeping his eye on the ball. And we just need to keep a bit of possession here.
Yeah, I mean, every ricochet is going their way. They're fighting for every ball. The first every ball. It's been a poor start in the second half of Newcastle United.
Oh, we have a throw in which Schär is going to take. Tonali, and Schär clears the ball. But again, there's no Newcastle player there. Wilson gives chase to Kiwior. And now Rhea has it just outside his penalty area. Finds the red shirt this time in the shape of Bukayo Saka. Livramento is there. But again, just seem to have an extra man.
Yeah, we second everything in the minute. Well played, Tino.
Does well to see the ball out there, Livramento. Just seems to be that extra little bit of space for the red shirts, Billy, and I don't know how we address that.
Well, Barnes and Gordon are both passengers at the minute. You can always bring another midfielder on if you need to, I guess.
We just need a bit of possession again, Billy. You know, knock the ball around like we were. I don't understand why it has to change.
Well,
I mean, Arsenal just picking every second ball up here.
Yep.
Martinelli now.
Well, they are playing 10, 15 yards further up the pitch, to give them credit.
Yeah, but we've let them, haven't we? We've kind of let them.
We've dropped the same as well, yeah. Yeah, we have.
Oh, that's a clear dive. That's just an absolute shocker, that, from Lewis Skelly. Long ball played in from Newcastle to the far side. And Ben White can't. Brilliant from Livramento to keep that in. And he lays it off for Barnes. Oh, Barnes' pass is poor, and Arsenal get rid of it.
It was a poor pass from Livramento to Barnes in the first place.
Yeah, didn't really give him much hope, did it?
God, dear me.
I mean, Livramento did so well initially. Ben White thought that ball was going out. That's a throw into Arsenal. Super chat coming from Ronan again. This is in keeping with most games. Out of ideas and fatigued. Happened at the 30-minute mark after creating lots of chances. We just turn off the lights every bloody game unless we score early. Oh, that's a lovely comment from Sunderland are the best, isn't it?
Yeah. That kind of spelled Sunderland right, knobhead.
Yeah. Dear
Thanks for subscribing anyway.
Yeah. Idiot.
Well played, Bruno.
Long ball forward again.
You get this.
Oh, good covering that by Ben White, but a bit more pace, and Arsenal would have been in trouble there.
But they've just allowed them to come up the pitch without any challenge or anything. You know, there's no press now.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just letting Arsenal have the ball, and it's just a complete change around to how the first half was. Bruno wins it back. Livramento, Gordon now.
Oh,
and again, Gordon, heavy touch. He's lost the ball. And Odegaard now. This is a chance for Arsenal. Rice on the edge of the box. He's not in. That is a fantastic strike from Declan Rice, but it comes from a mistake. Anthony Gordon gives it away in a really poor position, and Declan Rice latches onto the pullback from Martin Odegaard, and it's been coming, Billy, because we just haven't came out for the second half again.
Yeah, it's happened before this season. It's not a one-off. That's a terrific shot from Declan Rice, by the way. Outstanding from about 25 yards.
Yeah,
no keeper stopping that. Bottom of the left-hand corner. But Anthony Gordon trying to beat three players on the far side of the pitch. Cost us a lot there. Really poor from Gordon. But a great goal from Rice.
It's so annoying, Billy. It's
that touch there. Good
that's
grief.
awful from Gordon. But what a hit this is. First time, 20 yards, bang, get in. No problem at all.
I mean, there's no one in the vicinity of him either, is there? You know.
No.
Oh, Pope nearly got it.
He did nearly get it, but...
Did you get a hand to it?
No. It was absolutely fantastic. But, Billy, I'm sorry, but we have to ask questions as to what the fuck has been said in this dressing room at half-time.
I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. It's not. I mean, it's not a one-off, is it? As I've said, it's
no,
happened.
It's not. It's every game at the minute.
Every game, yeah, and that's hard for us to take, and it's put us under pressure.
I mean, it's a genuine question as to what is going on in that dressing room at half-time.
Yeah, it is. It's a fair question to ask.
It's just. I mean, we've hardly touched the ball. I mean, there's 10 minutes gone in this second half, and we have hardly touched the ball.
We've been dreadful.
There's another long ball by Shea, which just goes straight to rear. And Arsenal now will sniff more goals. Of course they will.
Yeah, and this goal difference, it was good. Could end up being
No, we've got to be careful. I mean, we're just giving the ball away every time we have it at the minute. We're just... Every pass is going to a red shirt. They're just on every loose ball. I mean, take nothing away from Declan Rice. It was a wonderful strike, but he should never have been allowed to be in that position.
No. It's a foul, ref.
He's allowed player to go on. Would you believe it? And here come Arsenal again. Trossard down the left-hand side. Murphy tracks back. Forces Trossard to turn. And Barnes does well to keep it in, but Arsenal have won it back. Trossard's got away from Murphy rather easily there. Trossard looking to pick a man out. In it comes to the edge of the box. Partey flicks it on, but Nick Pope is there. And we are just under the absolute cosh here. But Pope gets on with it quickly to Gordon. And Gordon now down the left-hand side. There's no Newcastle shirt up with him apart from Wilson now getting into the box. Gordon gets to the byline. In it comes. There's no black and white shirts there.
It's a good cross as well.
It was a brilliant cross. But there's only Wilson up, and he put it behind Wilson. And now Murphy's fallen over trying to get the ball off Martinelli. Jesus Christ. I mean, the thing is, Billy, there's so much to play for here for Newcastle.
Yeah.
It's too close for comfort. And if anyone will want to stop us getting Champions League, it's fucking Pickford next week, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I don't want to see any dinosaurs next week. I think we should make him feel very welcome for a change.
Yeah.
But still, 3 points next week. As long as we can keep the score down, we'll get some Champions League.
Well, here's Saka for Arsenal. Onto his left, shot comes in, blocked by Fabian Schär. And that's a head injury. Hits Schär square at Botman, actually. Square on in the face. Saka does well, does what he normally does here. Cuts inside this time. Gets away from Dan Burn. And, straight in the face of Sven Botman.
Just where he got elbowed last week.
He's all right. I think he doesn't need any treatment. And Eddie Howe's waving somebody back.
Kraft.
I don't think it's Kraft. I think he's wanting Willock, surely. I don't see what bringing Emil Kraft on will do.
It depends if it's Kraft.
Yeah.
If Botman's not able to carry on.
Well, he's got up. He doesn't need treatment. DJ with a super chat. Gordon has been pathetic for a while. Barnes 10 times better.
Or maybe he wants to go to a flat back four now. Maybe that's what he wants to do.
Well, something's got to change, Billy, because we're absolutely atrocious so far in this second half. Nearly 15 minutes of pure garbage from Newcastle. It has to be said. I don't think have we strung 2 passes together in this second half? And finally, we get a free kick there. Tonali trying to break quickly.
Yeah, he might want to bring in an extra midfield. Bringing Kraft on is going to give, and Masuda also.
And Miley. So 3 changes from Newcastle.
That's really,
that tells you everything you need to know about us needing something from this game.
That's panic buying, if you ask me.
Well, it's on the hour. So maybe he's only going to get an hour out of Botman and Wilson, of course.
Yeah.
Floated towards the Arsenal penalty area, dealt with. As there's an Arsenal player down in the box.
Well, he didn't put it out, so why should we carry on?
Well, we've got the ball back, but then we lose it again. And Rice thumps it up the field. Oh, great play by Trossard. And put Arsenal on the attack here now. Saka, this is dangerous. Saka in full float into the penalty area. Still Saka, left foot shot, poked out to his right. It wasn't a really hard shot to save, to be honest. He couldn't get the power behind it.
The work Tino put in to get back there was outstanding.
Yeah,
that's what made the shot so bad.
RA with a super chat saying our pace drops always in the second half as we play first one with so much intensity. Yeah, but why? Why just how? I mean,
it's almost as if we haven't come out of the second half.
Yeah, it confuses me. It really does. I don't understand it. You know, we were certainly the better. We were matching Arsenal everywhere in that first half, and then again, we come out for the second half. Just there's nothing. Can that change now with Anthony Gordon running at Ben White? Gordon, in comes the cross, blocked by Ben White, corner to Newcastle. Now we have an opportunity. Oh, you've got to make something happen. I mean, is Eddie going to make these changes before the corner? It doesn't look like it.
I don't think so, no.
Come on. Corner is short to Tonali. Back to Gordon. But too easy for Arsenal to win that. But there's Tonali wins it back. Left foot ball by Tonali and cleared away by Arsenal. And they get to the second header as well. Only as far as Bruno. And now Murphy. Bit of space for Murphy. On again to Cher. Cher cuts inside, looking for somebody. There's nobody there. Has to go back to Botman. And now Livramento.
It's going to go tits up, isn't it?
Oh, you just get that feeling. But Tonali now. Tonali clips it towards the penalty area. It's a good ball by Tonali, flicked on by Byrne. Down goes a red shirt, and of course a free kick is given. And Barnes puts it off the crossbar. But
he said it was so soft. He said it was so soft, and I agree with him. Shouldn't give the referee a chance to give you that decision, though, should he really?
Nope. Mango Warrior says, thoughts on these subs? Well, I mean, it's a little weird.
Murphy's off for Kraft, I imagine that'll be. Barnes will go down the right. I can imagine Gordon down the left. Who's going off for Miley? Well, Wilson's obviously off for Asudo. Who's going to go off for Miley, though?
Botman.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute. So Botman, Wilson, and Murphy have gone off.
Yeah, we've gone to flat back four.
Yeah, we have. So he's gone to the 4-3-3.
Barnes down the right. Gordon down the left with Asudo in the middle of them.
Yeah. We've just completely lost our way second half again. I just... Somebody needs to put this to Eddie, why the second halves go like this. It's so regular, this, Billy.
Yeah, it is. It's not even regular. It's constant. Oh, dear.
And that's a free kick to Arsenal. And Arsenal want a red card. Emil Kraft is booked. Martinelli thinks he was clean through on goal. Give over, man, will ya? Clean through on goal, me arse. Ronan Tyrrell with a couple of super chats. Lads, no disrespect, but you keep saying it since the second half this started from the 25th to 30th minute when we ran out of steam in attack. Unless we run 100 miles per hour on attack and walk the ball in, we cannot create integrate passes to score. Greyhounds without brains. I mean, I don't like it, Billy. I really don't like this second half at all. And you just have to... what is being said in the dressing rooms? What is the team talk going on? Because we just seem to sit back and we sit further off teams in second half. Odegaard with a free kick, headed away, and now Livramento has it. Down the line to Anthony Gordon now. Cuts inside. Gordon plays it through the middle. That's a great ball by Gordon. And now played in towards Asula. Can't get there. And it's in the arms of Rhea.
Yeah, brilliant tackle from Kiwior there, to be fair to him.
Certainly was. Had to cut off the ball to Asula. But that's better, Billy. I mean, Bruno's ball, I mean...
You needed someone a bit more pace running down the left flank there, didn't you?
Yeah, just to take it past the defender there.
Great.
But that's what Asula will give you. He'll run all over the place and give them hell. But Martinelli at the minute is giving Emil Kraft a little bit of a torrid time, but we win the free kick this time. Kraft's got to do well to keep that in. Plays it off Martinelli, and that's a throw into Newcastle. I mean, I don't see, there's no point bringing Anthony Gordon off. I know there's a lot of comments saying bring Gordon off, but for who? Joe Willock, who hasn't done anything. At least
I'm surprised Willock didn't come on for the midfield change. I had a Miley, I've got to be honest.
What, and play left midfield?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised about it. It gives us an extra bit of pace as well.
Yeah. Well, that gives you an indication maybe of just where Joe Willock's fitness is, Billy.
Yeah, I agree.
The ball is back with Rhea now. Keep subscribing, guys. If you're new to the channel and like what you see, bottom right-hand corner, just click on that logo, hit subscribe. And welcome to all our new subscribers for today as well. And don't forget to give it a like if you're enjoying the commentary today. Even though we are losing 1-0. We try and hope, guys.
I still think there's a chance in this game for us. We've just got to get our second win, really.
Yeah. Oh, Bruno taking it away from Asula there. And Partey steps away far too easily there from Gordon. And now Rice. Martinelli. I mean, Martinelli, I'll fancy a run at Kraft now. He's on a yellow card, Bill.
Of course he will. Yeah, of course he will.
But I mean, look, we didn't take the chances in the first half, and football dictates that you get punished if you don't take your chances.
Absolutely.
And although Rhea made some great saves, we still have to say that obviously the chances weren't taken.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
And it bites us in the arse so many times. Declan Rice now, down by the corner flag. Miley puts a foot in and a throw into Arsenal. I mean, it's so close, this race, Billy, for Champions League. It is so close, and we come out for the second half like this.
Yeah, it's concerning. But to give Arsenal credit as well, let's take the game up second half. But we've just been passive, very passive. I mean, Bruno and Tonali have hardly been seen second half, let's be fair.
None in Newcastle have been seen second half. It's been complete dominance from Arsenal from the first whistle.
Go on and keep chasing that, Will.
As Rhea goes long again, looking out towards Martinelli. Kraft is there with a header. And two Arsenal players collide there. Miley nods it down to Tonali, but we lose the second ball. Odegaard steps away, rolls it into... This is an opportunity for Ben. Wide! Just wide!
Yeah, poor play from Tonali in the middle of the park there, trying to play head tennis with Miley. A cute little header. Wasn't the time or place for it. Arsenal took the ball over. Great shot from White. It's only
that was a hell of a hit, that.
It's just a foot wide.
Yeah. Nick Pope was beaten. Absolutely beaten. But I just love somebody to just ask Eddie, his opinion on the second halves. At least give an opinion on it as to why. This is a completely different Newcastle United side.
There's a foul there that wasn't seen.
Well, there's a surprise. Skelly now gets it back to Rhea. He's got to be quick because Asula's all over him. Arsenal playing it out from the back. Partey now swings it to the right-hand side. Saka chests it down for White. White wins the throw-in off Anthony Gordon. I mean, listen, Eddie Howe's options here, Billy, are very much limited to what he's got on the bench.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see any change he can make now. I mean, he's got two more he can make, but like you just said there about Joe Willock, if he's not fit enough to come on and be a game changer, then surely he would have made that change before. So I don't know what he's got on the bench to help us here. Anyway,
stick Ruddy up front. Here's Anthony Gordon. Gordon now running to the byline again. Gordon gets a crossing, cleared by QEO again. Back to Gordon. Spins. Still Gordon, but he's lost it again.
Went the wrong way. Got Anthony there.
He did.
The wrong way.
And Partey clears up the line. Saka. But Nick Pope is well out his goal here. Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, talk about heart in the mouth. Talk about heart in the mouth stuff, Billy.
I thought we're going to have an outburst again then.
Oh, yeah. A la Wolves.
Yeah.
Just under 20 minutes to go. Still Arsenal lead at the Emirates by a 1-0 through Declan Rice. Newcastle simply have not come out for the second half yet. But now we just have a little bit of possession. But we're not really going anywhere with it. It's little one-touch passes to each other in the middle of the park. And eventually we swing it out to the left-hand side, but Gordon's not going to catch that. And it's an Arsenal goal kick.
Yeah, very poor. That very poor from Dan Burnett.
Dear me. I mean, it wouldn't be Newcastle if we didn't go into the final game of the season, shitting our pants, Billy.
Well, Everton, Mr. Moyes and Mr. Pickford will be dying to put
of course they will.
A stake through our heart, won't they? They'll be. It's just a shame that Moyes can't bring on Calvin Phillips again.
Yeah. Oh dear.
And Everton's form has improved of late as well. Let's give them credit.
Yeah, they have. It's not a walk in the park, Billy. Especially that we haven't been on top form. Let's be fair.
I mean, Chippers thinks Everton will be on the beach. You really think Jordan Pickford will allow that?
Give our Chippers. They'll love to get one over Newcastle. Of course they would. And this time there is a foul on Anthony Gordon by QEO. Had a good game today, QEO, Billy.
Yeah, outstanding. Very, very good. Very, very good.
Bruno now for Newcastle. Can we unlock something? Bruno goes long to the right-hand side. Can Barnes keep it in play? He can. Great ball from Bruno. Now Barnes heading towards the penalty area. Miley.
It's gone backwards, isn't it?
Yeah, it kind of died off. No, Miley's done well there. Here's Barnes. Miley again. He's got Kraft to his right-hand side. Kraft now. Miley. Bruno. Kraft.
That's handball.
I think
yeah, it was panic.
Bit of a wishful appeal, Billy. Yeah, dear me, honestly. I've got the spinny wheel of death again, Billy. Would you believe it?
Well,
no.
Are you back on?
Yeah, I'm back on. Coming down the left-hand side again. Livramento's ball in is blocked. It's a corner to Newcastle.
Again,
it's a shame we can't get the ball across.
Kyrgios's blocked everything today. He's been bloody fantastic for Arsenal. And I thought it was going to be a weakling, but outstanding. Look, and he seems to be on the move into somewhere as well. So, I mean, I wouldn't mind him at Newcastle, to be fair, the way he played today.
Yeah. Oh, fuck off.
Wheel.
Yeah.
Corner comes in tonight. It's a really poor one. First man isn't cleared, and Kraft wins the ball back. Luckily for us, Livermento goes all the way home to Nick Pope. Nick Pope will kick it long, looking for Byrne, who's been out-jumped by Lewis
Byrne
Skelly.
should have done better there. Dear God, he was completely out-jumped.
By Lewis Skelly. Good grief.
Yeah. Here's Tonali. We've got the ball back. Plays it into Bruno. A good ball. Now Asula. Lovely flick back to Bruno. Oh, Barnes. Oh, it's over the bar. But he should have got it a lot earlier than that.
Yeah, he was leading back, wasn't he? Poor technique from Harvey Barnes.
Just hesitated on the pass, Billy.
Just
that little bit of hesitation. If you look here, it was brilliant football. Lovely flick by Asula back to Bruno. And he just took his time giving it to Barnes. And then Gordon was free past Barnes as well. Oh, what an opportunity that was. We're going to see Saka come off now, and this is going to be Kai Havertz.
Yeah. They were booing last time he played, of course.
Yeah, but he's getting a big ovation now.
Strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Barnes leaning back there. I mean, he should have had the ball earlier, but still the technique wasn't great there from Harvey Barnes, which you expect him to be good at.
He's a better shooter than that. And Joe Willock's on as well. I'm trying to see who I've just seen Joe Willock on the pitch, Billy, but we're just seeing Havertz's substitution here. But I definitely saw 28 there.
Maybe Gordon. Maybe Barnes. One of them two. Yeah, he's definitely on.
He's on, and it is for Harvey Barnes. So, yeah, Barnes is looking very annoyed with himself on the bench there. You know, when the game's going like that, you've got to be clinical in them situations, and it's so fucking frustrating, man. It really is.
Especially as we've contributed to our own downfall. I mean, if Anthony Gordon hadn't done what he did, this would still be 0-0. We'd be sunshine and ice cream, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
That's poor.
Gordon's livermental this time, and Arsenal are in here. This is danger. This is danger. This is still danger. Good covering, and eventually he's trying to get it. Say it was a back pass, but you know what Havertz is like. He'll appeal for anything, Billy.
Dickhead.
He'll appeal for everything. Keith Truscott with a super chat saying this is just not good enough. I mean, I have to agree. We have to ask questions of this second half performance, Billy. I mean, the match isn't over yet, obviously. That'll be for the end of the game. Here's Miley. And now Asula. Asula whips a ball across and just couldn't find a blank white shirt. Tonali goes in there and wins a free kick. Havertz late in with the tackle.
Have a yellow card
right side. And Havertz starts the game in the usual fashion, complaining, twisting, and then giving a foul away.
First bad tackle of the game.
Yeah. He was really late on that as well. Now, what do we do with it, Billy? Fabian shares over this one.
Yeah, of course he is. I think it's a bit far out for a shot, if I'm perfectly honest.
Yeah. Well, maybe Cher's doing up his lace to hit the ball in a certain way, Billy. It is going to be Cher to take it. Everyone stepped away.
Well, this is all the feast or famine.
Well, yeah. It always is with Fabian Cher.
It was a bit closer than I thought. So, yeah, maybe can bend this in top corner. A la PSG.
Well, it would be a la PSG. It's from a very, very similar angle. Slightly further out, I think. Here he comes. And into the wall. Well, there you go.
Sorry.
Pretty much, Billy. Pretty much.
But luckily enough, we got away with it.
Man, honestly. It's just, again.
It's just not falling for us, is it, at the minute?
No.
Anyway.
Anywho, here's Asula bursting down the right into the box, puts in a cross.
It's a brilliant cross as well.
No one on the end of that.
It was a brilliant cross.
Willock can't keep it in. I tell you what, he's looked all right, Asula, since he's come on.
Yeah, and he's come out to the right-hand side as well with the deflection on that cross as well.
Yeah, throw it to Newcastle. Livramento will take it.
I mean...
And now we go back to Pope from literally in the last third of the pitch. It ends up...
Go on, Willock. Oof, I'm a bit ahead of you now, aren't I?
Yeah, it's all right. I've just had the spinny wheel. I'll refresh. Just the annoying spinny wheel of doom, Billy, has affected me today.
It's just not falling for us at all.
Nah.
Every little ricochet falls their way. Look at Havertz falling over, getting a free kick. Good grief.
Unbelievable. And, of course, it's on Dan Burn.
And he wants more than just a free kick. He wants a red card. He wants prison time and everything.
Yeah.
Community service.
Of course, he's had his run-ins with Dan Burn in the past, hasn't he, Mr. Havertz?
And he stuck an elbow in his face once and got out completely away with it, didn't he? And Dan Burn threw the ball at him.
Suddenly forgot about his injured ankle there, didn't he? And then complained about having the ball thrown at him. Strange that, you cheating bastard. I can't stand him. I just can't stand him, Billy. Free kick for Arsenal. And it goes out for Newcastle throw. Ronan says, Billy, if there are any positives today, it's great to see you healthy and back with the big man for these shows.
Thank you, Ronan. Very much appreciated, mate.
Under 10 minutes to go here at the Emirates. Newcastle are a goal down. It hasn't been the second half that we wanted after a very entertaining first half in which we should have gone in 1 or 2-0 up, and we didn't. And then we didn't come out for the second half. And why isn't Arteta being booked there for kicking the ball back on the pitch and delaying the game?
And that was a foul throw from Lewis Kelly as well.
Bloody hell, was it not? Jesus Christ.
I saw one given the other day. I can't think of where it was, but I think it might have been Coventry Sunderland, actually. A foul throw.
Well, Arsenal used to be good at that, didn't they? Who used to, that French guy you always used to...
Yeah, who was it?
I can't remember his name now.
Was it Pires?
No, it was the fullback, wasn't it?
Sanya.
No, I didn't care anyway. Fuck it. I can't remember. By the way, Arteta was booked for that.
Oh, Gordon, got to be stronger there.
Christ almighty. It's now bordering on frustration again, Billy.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. We've got 10 minutes to get something back here.
As Reyes just left-footed clearance, sliced it straight out of play. But we're just burn now to Livramento. Willock. Bruno.
We've sent Gordon through the middle. That's what we've done.
Yeah. Chance here, Tonali on the edge of the box, play to the left. Spinny wheel, Billy.
Yeah, it was cleared at the far post and Arsenal can attack, but Dan Burn wins it ball back. Back to Livramento, far side of the pitch. Livramento gives it to Dan Burn on the wing. Ball inside there for who is that? It's Willock.
Yeah.
You back in?
Yeah.
Willock has it. Willock cuts inside in the box, goes for a shot and blasts it into the clock end.
Oh, what a terrible hit that is. Nah. Sorry, but nah.
I don't know how close that is, but I mean, he did well to manufacture the move. It's not far away, to be fair to him.
Thing is, Billy, it's still like way off. Who was that?
Oh, looks like Ian Rush.
I thought that at first. I thought, what the hell's Ian Rush doing there? But it's not obviously Ian Rush.
It's Andrea Porter, whoever he may be, the sporting director.
All right. Dan Robinson with a super chat. Gordon looks like he doesn't give a shit. Look, I mean, look, we've got to obviously ask questions at the end of this game because whatever was said in the dressing room again for the second half, you know, it comes to the point, Billy, where I just don't want the halftime whistle to come in Newcastle games.
Yeah, it's fair enough. It happens way too regularly for our liking.
I mean, it's every single game at the minute. You know, when we saw brilliant in the first half and then absolute garbage in the second.
I mean, I don't understand this from Newcastle putting Sula out in the wing. I don't honestly.
Well, obviously, Eddie feels like he's better on the right wing than he is as a striker.
I don't get it. I just don't understand it.
Keith Truscott with another super chat. How many chances do we need? Not happening today. Another loss coming. Seems to be. It seems to be. Keep subscribing, guys. Bottom right-hand corner. If you are new to the channel, it's free to do so.
One.
Ball into the box. Oh, come on. Why aren't we challenging more for them balls, Billy?
Oh, just trying to walk the fucking thing in again. Excuse my language.
Well, we are. It's so annoying when we try and walk the ball in instead of just taking a shot.
Oh, well, that's shite. Good tackle.
Here's Livramento. Can't get past his man, but it drops to... I'm not sure who that is now because my wheels come back on again. Oh, there we are.
It's Miley.
Yeah. Miley to Tonali. Billy, take over, will you?
Yeah, Samuel Kraft on the corner of the area, looking for a cross-in match. He goes backwards to Cher. Cher has Tonali inside him. Tonali picks it up, gives it back to Cher. And Newcastle looking for a cross. Cher's too close to the keeper, I think. In fact, it's a horrific cross. And goes to Martinelli, who's going to run it out of play for a throw into Arsenal. Horrific cross. Eddie's looking very concerned, and quite rightly he should be as well.
Well, you know what it is, Billy? There'll be Newcastle fans saying, oh, it's Arsenal at the Emirates, and what are we complaining about? But we matched them in the first half. If not, we should have been ahead in the first half.
Yeah.
So that argument doesn't stand for me. We've been terrible in the second half, and we have to know why. What was said, that we come out and then sit so far off Arsenal and let them gain confidence, score a goal.
I mean, that's
when there's Champions League football at stake here.
Yeah, I agree.
We've looked at like a team in the second half today who's already qualified. They've allowed
Arsenal to grab the initiative. And credit to Arsenal, they've done so. They've been very good second half. But although we allowed them to, that's the problem for me.
I'm just not having anybody say, oh, it's this, it's that. It's fucking Champions League we're going for here, and we've never laid a glove on Arsenal in the second half.
No.
Why?
No, we're still in third place. We're still,
But Billy, the thing is, we should never, we had an opportunity today, and Arsenal haven't been great. Let's be honest.
No, they haven't.
We've had an opportunity where, and then we come out for the second half again, and a powder puff in the second half. Why? George T with a super chat. It's not that the opposition always gives better half-time talks than us. Well, something's going on, George. Something goes on in that dressing room at half-time.
Trossard for Tierney. He's the change that Arsenal are making. Obviously trying to tighten things up.
I mean, Gilly's just said there, good comment. Where's the aggression? Where's the determination to get back in this?
I think they're happy with a 1-0 defeat, if I'm perfectly honest, thinking they can beat Everton next week. That's what it seems like to me.
Billy, you know as well as I do, over the years, we see some strange things happen on the final day of the season.
Absolutely.
And I'm sorry, but it's an inexcusable second half for me. We've been absolutely terrible.
We have.
Absolutely terrible.
This bounces. We're in the chance. Go on. Oh, dear me. Gordon left one in there. Did he? No.
No, Ray didn't make anything of it, to be fair.
I know plenty of goalkeepers that would have.
Yeah. Oh, dear. As Bruno goes down, wins a free kick. Odegaard then steps in. Instead of handball, he's given a free kick, you tit.
Well, he should be booked for that, Odegaard, but he wasn't. Anyway, he's Livramento.
Livramento cuts back now to Bruno. Bruno sidesteps away from Odegaard. And another free kick. Now, come on, get this in the penalty box. Let's put them under a bit of pressure here. Oh, coming in the 90th minute now, Billy.
Yep.
I mean, Julie, honestly, I appreciate how much of a thoroughbred supporter you are. Saying bloody good game, lads, against very tough opposition away from home.
Awful free kick.
Julie, if we want to be where we got to be, you've got to turn up second half. Come on. I mean, I know you're a full-blooded Newcastle fan, but it's not a bloody good game when you look at the second half. It's bloody awful second half. Come on. Against good opposition, but it's nowhere near a full-strength Arsenal side. Their two first-team centre-backs are injured. And we haven't laid a glove on them in the second half. I know you like to be positive all the time, Julie, but I can't agree saying good game, lads. Yes, first half. Second half, dreadful. Dreadful.
I mean, they're taking age over this corner.
Well, I mean, the bounty, weren't they?
We're going to get a bit of injury time second half, but I don't think there'll be a lot. 5.
Honest. Sometimes people have blinkers on. This has been going on for so long now with these second halves.
It's certainly the start of them. We usually get into some sort of swing, but we haven't in this one, have we?
No.
I mean, the momentum, everything. Oh, dear me.
Huge scrambles going on in the box. Oof, I mean, I've seen them giving an all, Billy.
Yeah, so I'll say that awful. I'm a little bit ahead of you again now. You had another spin over.
I've had it all half, Billy, to be honest. This has been as bad as Newcastle have been in the second half.
Not that it matters much. I can't see a score, to be fair, to be ahead of you for scoring, but...
I'm back on now.
Is there going to be sub-zeros?
Who knows?
Has the ref just booked somebody? I don't know. He just delayed game for nothing there.
Well, I've got Fabian Schär bringing the ball away now for Newcastle, so let's see if we can get anything out of this. Inside to Tonali. Tonali wide again. Livramento. Back to Tonali. And now Burn.
I think we've seen the problem with Livramento down the left today with his attacking prowess. I think Lewis Hall offers more definitely as an attacking left back.
Yeah. I mean, we're in injury time here. We're knocking it around to the back four.
Yeah, there's no get up and go about it, is there? You know. Come on, lads, we can win this. We can lose this 1-0.
Yeah. And Rhea's got the ball for Arsenal.
I mean, that's just a ridiculous.
Oh, give away, Rhea. Look at him going down, grabbing his ankle after that. Get up, you fucking disgusting, cheating twat.
I mean, after what he just did as well with Gordon, he's now gone down for no reason.
Get up, you fucking tart. Seriously, that's disgusting, that. He didn't even lay a touch on you. Nothing the matter with you. Absolute farce. Referees telling them to get up. Anyway, Odegaard's going off.
Oh, they are really, they're desperate for this one, aren't they, Arsenal?
It's Jorginho coming on.
Oh, great. He'll kick us to shit just for 20 minutes, 3 minutes.
Well, he's of course, leaving Arsenal at the end of the season. Funny enough, Rhea's all right. He's not even limping, guys.
Of course he's not.
I mean, showing his saves again from the first half where we actually gave Arsenal a game.
He's probably going to get man of the match to Rhea. That's how bad it's been.
Yeah. I mean, he's made it. To be fair to Rhea, he made some absolutely unbelievable saves in that first half, but he's been a spectator for most of the second.
Yes. And therein lies the problem.
Yeah.
I mean, Joe Willock's managed to get himself booked. I don't know why or how. He's not doing absolutely anything.
He must have said something to the referee there.
He must have farted near the ref or something.
Yeah. And there's a foul and a yellow card. That's a painful one for Fabian Schär. Is that Havertz again?
Ray's got booked for his time wasted shite. I don't know if that was right. I'll be prepared to bet it was Havertz.
Well, Fabian Schär took one in the face. Was it Havertz? Yes, it was. Of course it was. Clear your elbow in the face. There you go. Have that.
And he got booked.
No. The man's a prick. I can't stand Havertz. I don't think he's a very good footballer either. I really don't.
Well, do or die now for us. I mean, we've had about a minute of this 5 minutes of injury time because of time wasting. Tonali sticks on the ball. Good grief. Seen it all now.
Yeah, that's how bad it's going. But we've won it back and the referee doesn't blow. Cross comes in. Rhea goes to catch. He's lost the ball. How did we not put that in there?
You jammy twat.
And now Arsenal have a 2-on-1 at the other end. We are very stretched. We are as wide open as Katie Price's legs right now. Martinelli plays it back. chance for Jorginho on the edge of the box.
Great play, Tonali. Great play.
Tonali wins the ball off him, knocks him off it. Fellow Italians there, and now come Newcastle again down the left-hand side.
Last gasp saloon here.
Indeed, Anthony Gordon now cuts onto his right, and again, and plays a terrible ball. Wins it back though.
Wonder if free kick didn't get one. Should have been one.
I think it should have been as well. Here's Emil Kraft now. Just put it in the box, and it comes again. Long ball comes to the back post where Bruno is. Bruno cuts inside. Bruno slips over, and Arsenal clear.
What a time to fall over!
Wow.
Christ Almighty! Pump it in. You got another 20, 30 seconds yet?
Yeah. Nick Pope's over in the Arsenal half now.
Nah,
long ball. Rare punches, and now we're in trouble.
Here we go. Yeah.
Now we're in trouble. Martinelli against Byrne. Martinelli doesn't fancy a run against Dan Byrne. Byrne steps up and wins the ball back. And Newcastle come back on the attack. Why didn't we show this any time in the second half? And Byrne falls over now, but he manages to get the ball to Bruno. Sorry, Willock. Willock can't find the cross. Still Willock. Willock gets it. It is a corner. And Arsenal complaining about the time being added on. But to be fair, Rhea wasted. Oh, Nick Pope's come up for the corner as well. Well, a bit of an exciting finish here, Billy.
Yeah. We can get an equaliser now. This will be a...
Oh, Arsenal be foreman. They will be foreman. Anyway, Anthony Gordon's going to take the corner.
I mean, I'm not sure what Nick Pope's like at heading, but we're going to find out here.
Oh, he just misses it, bouncing around, and it's in the arms of Rhea. And Byrne throws Havertz to the floor, and it all kicks off now in the 6-yard area. Asula's in there, Cher's in there, Rhea's in there, going at Asula just wants to fight everybody.
We don't want any red cards, any silly red cards here.
No, we don't. It's all calm and down. Bruno gets in Rice's face, and has he blown the full-time whistle? The linesman's in there. He's booked Kiwior. I think he's just looking for people to flash yellow cards to now, Billy. It's all getting a little bit unsavoury at the end here.
As long as he is only yellow. I mean, if he was to pull out red now, which he's... Well, it looks like he's finished. Just blow the whistle, ref. Fucking hell.
Well, I mean, this is a bit unnecessary, isn't it? Just sort of... I think he's wanting to speak to the captains here just to calm the situation down, Jorginho and Bruno. Well, what is going on here? What's the referee doing? What is going on?
Is he looking for?
Oh, he's talking to VAR. Yeah, he's talking to VAR. I don't know who, but
I don't think he's looking at a penalty, surely.
Well, I'd laugh my ass off if he was. Can you imagine he points to the spot?
I think it's more of a serious foul play thing.
Well, he's having a good long conversation with VAR. We haven't seen anything regarding the TV as to what they're looking at here.
No, he's just blown up. That's it. End of.
Yep, end of. That's it. Arsenal have won. A very, very poor second half from Newcastle United. And we are losers at the Emirates by 1-0. And a very, very frustrating second half, it has to be said. This is Champions League at stake, and we did not play like a team who are battling for a Champions League place in that second half. It all went to pot, Billy, and surely we've got to ask why.
Yeah, well, we've been asking it all season. Let's be honest; it's not just the case of today. How many times this season we said the same thing? It's been every week virtually.
I mean, what are we saying here? People saying in the chat, it's this, it's that, and we're against Arsenal at the Emirates. But we want to be challenging Arsenal. Arsenal, yeah, we had Isak and Joe Linton missing today, and Trippier missing. But really, you've got to take your chances, man. And the fact is, we took that second half again was dreadful. I don't know what happens in this dressing room at half-time, Billy. I truly don't.
I don't either. I mean, it's not. I mean, a case of taking chances. We didn't create any second half.
Well,
we were that bad.
Yeah.
We just Arsenal increased their intensity Ours dropped levels with what it was first half, and they were the better side. And yeah, they've ended up with 3 points, probably undeserved, but down to one mistake. One mistake that Anthony Gordon made, and a great finish from Declan Rice. But the second half, if we see the first half performance against Everton next week, we'll win the game. If we show the second half performance, we won't.
Yeah. James Welsh, been a member for 24 months on the channel, 2 years exactly. Thank you, James. Wish Gordon went to Liverpool, been hopeless all season, cost us the game, sloppy all day, no end product, and not even as pacey as he normally is.
He's certainly not been the same since his last injury, the England injury. Absolutely not.
Definitely not.
Absolutely not.
Definitely not. I mean, Joe Linton was a miss for us. Joe Linton's a huge miss anyway. But when you've got their two main centre-backs missing in that second half, and we didn't offer anything, we didn't lay a glove on them. You've got to, I don't know why we have to play any different in the second half. I don't know why. I mean, that was clear, Billy, at the start of the second half. We sat back. You said it immediately in the commentary. We're sitting too far back. Why?
Yeah. Well, the defenders dropped 10 yards. The midfielders dropped 15 yards. And there was no space between them. And they played through us. It was easy for them.
Pickford is a goalie. He doesn't run. Midfielders need a purpose to run, and they have none. The only question is whether we recognise we have a reason.
Well, of course. I look at the table, and they want to play Champions League next season. So they'll recognise it, no doubt about it.
Yep.
It's whether they want it too much and whether Everton can take advantage of us. They're a very physical side. I don't want it to develop into a physical kicking match. If it was a football match, we'll beat them every day of the week, to be fair.
Steve, narrow defeat, stop whinges, please. Steve, it's not whinge. It's asking a question, man. You're allowed to ask a question as to why we were so poor in the second half.
Yeah.
Man, oh man, come on.
Yeah, it was so.
It's not like smell the fucking flowers everywhere, man. We were dreadful second half.
The first half we were fantastic. The second half we were the opposite. It's simple and straightforward as that. You've seen Jekyll and Hyde today. You really have.
I mean, we'll all be there next week to support them. We'll all be cheering them on. But you have to ask questions as to why we were so poor second half. What were the instructions going out there for that second half? Because clearly it wasn't the same instructions as we had in the first half. It was very, very different. We were superb first half. That we were knocking the ball around. We were creating chances. And then second half we come out and we don't even lay a glove. We don't even play the same way.
Well, they identified Murphy as a right wing back was there for the taking if they were to attack him with more than one. They did. Lewis Skelly got forward, as did Cucurella last week, and then you also had Martinelli attacking him as well. So they kind of took advantage of that. It took them 45 minutes to do it. Then we had to make changes. Took us a while to get him back into our stride, but eventually we did. It just wasn't early enough for us. I don't, if we go back to a 4-3-3, Billy, I don't think Gordon's done enough to knock Barnes or Murphy out of the side. No, I agree. No, I tend to agree.
And I haven't seen enough since he's come back from injury to say that I would rather have him on instead of Barnes or Murphy. Barnes did all right today, first half. And then obviously had a shot in the second, which was...
Well, they both did okay first half, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, everybody did okay first half to be.
It's whether we can get Isak on the pitch next week. I'll be surprised if he doesn't play next week. I think he's been invested today with the aim of getting him on the pitch more fully fit for the Everton game.
Yeah. Roadblock, who's been a member for 39 months, is a bit of a downer today, but still a good 39 months. Got to do the skip rats. How are the lads? Peter Garthwaite says, "What's Eddie Howe's obsession with Wilson?" I mean, I
don't think he did too badly first half.
Nah, Sula did all right when he came on as well.
But he didn't play for the middle long enough for me.
Nah. I think he played. I think it obviously, I don't know whether he sees Sula's position long term as a right side, because but it was strange that he put Gordon through the middle. I mean, Gordon literally offered nothing through the middle, nothing at all. He was pretty much dealt with by all the centre backs, and it's just I don't know. I'm baffled. I'm baffled by that because I thought going in at halftime, I thought that game is there to be won. You know, we were creating opportunities, forcing Ray to make some great saves, and then there was nothing. It was a tale of two halves again, and we've seen that so many times from Newcastle United. And I just don't know what's been said in that dressing room.
As I say, they changed. Arteta changed their way of playing, and we were too late to react to it. We reacted to it after they scored.
Did you see enough fight in the second half, though, Billy, when Arsenal went ahead? Did you see?
Not
did you
the
see
first
a fight?
25 minutes. No, not for the first 25 minutes. I think there was a certain amount of let's not concede too many. Let's keep our goal difference ahead of everyone else's.
Yeah.
For a while, and then kind of towards the end of the game to have a go. But yeah, it was a frustrating second half. It really was.
Yeah. Well, there you go, guys. Unfortunately, not the result we wanted today on Matchday Live. It all goes down to the final game of the season. They all kick off at 4:00 next Sunday, and what is going to be nerve-wracking, exciting. But by God, it wouldn't be Newcastle United, would it, if it didn't go down to the last game? That's just the way we play our football, guys. But thank you very much for all your super chats and memberships. Please do keep subscribing if you're new to the channel. Welcome to all our new subscribers today. Don't forget to give it a like. Hit that thumbs up button before you leave the stream if you've enjoyed the commentary today. Tomorrow night, we're back at 7:00 live for the match review. That's going to be an interesting one, as it normally is. But questions have got to be asked about that second half. I'm sorry. I'm just putting it out there. You know, I mean, we're getting a lot of different comments in the chat, of course, regarding the second half. DJ with a super chat saying, frustrating, but we were more than a match away at the second best team without 4 of our key players. We've got this. And Crypto Rambo says, we have a great team. The boys did good. We could have won this game. No worries here. We are going to the Champions League next year and we'll be dangerous. Are you still confident, Billy?
100%. We'll beat Everton. No doubt about it.
Yeah, I'm confident as well. Definitely. But thank you very much for watching, guys. Thank you to Mamaroo Records for sponsoring the channel. If you can't get into Whitley Bay, head to their website. That's pinned at the top of the description, as is our website, thetoonreview.com, for all your Toon Review merchandise. There's loads of stuff on there. Get yourself on there and have a good root around and get yourself something to support the channel. But in the meantime, we will be back at 7:00 tomorrow, of course. I'll be doing my recorded... what's it called? A reaction on YouTube. Head over to Evermore NUFC now. Chris will be doing a live reaction. That should be a spicy one, but we'll catch you tomorrow. Thank you, mods. Thank you, Billy. And thank you to everyone watching. And we'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening, folks. Take care.
Away the lads and lasses.
Come back and check out the